We live? We may be live. If I get to the control room, let's try this. Oh, let's maybe not have that on the monitor that I'm actually streaming. Maybe not. Okay, no, that's wrong. Hello. Welcome. Title and description, no. Live dashboard, there we go. Move, get off that screen. Oh. Well, unfortunately, I have the flu, but it would be rude of me not to co-stream Fozz playing in the finals after I co-streamed him playing in the semi-finals and he won, so... Okay, seems like there's a stream delay. Apparently. The stream's meant to be starting in 2 minutes. Or like the game's meant to be starting in 2 minutes, so the stream should already be up. Give disk. Real thing. Let me just generate a new link. Oh. Invite people. Oh, I pressed copy link and nothing happened. Hang on. Copy. There you go. Where is the stream? How can I co-stream a stream that doesn't stream? Well, bit of a stream waiting room. Like, the game was meant to start a minute ago, so I don't know what they're playing at with the stream, but yeah. When did the game start? The first game was meant to start 2 minutes ago. But the stream's not live. So I'll ask Fozz and see if he's in game and if it's just a stream issue or But yeah, the games have meant to already have started. But here we are. Okay, apparently the players are in the lobby. That's all I know. That's my inside information. I'll put a sorry, that's my flu. I'll put a message in my Discord server with like the member tag added, so you'll get a notification when the stream started. So you don't have to hang around here and like constantly keep an eye on it. Because yeah, I'm aware that there is literally nothing going on the stream right now. So I guess the Cobalt Winds League are having technical difficulties, maybe.
Valley in his pockets. This GP is probably going to one-shot in just a while. That's quite a good shuffle, and when they want to kill you, they kill you. A wish comes through, it actually heals him up a little bit, but the Azir still grabs up the kill in the end. As Casca just to send him away, just to calm, and the Azir Mega that's rocket from afar actually doesn't get it.
Okay, I guess the stream is on, but they're not streaming. Is this a replay or?
Yep, like Jinx got killed. We didn't saw that, but
Ooh, that's a beautiful flash from Gillette who keeps himself alive. The killer instinct. Oh,
Okay, they're streaming replays.
Pro sees the angle, takes out the
I'll still wait until
He flashes away from Mundo. Kevin is still scary, but they shut him
it actually starts.
The side of hate speech there falling apart. The bear trap connects. Karma does manage to walk away for now. So Edu still on the chase. Has played ultimate, I think maybe 10 seconds or so. Oh, a scatter from Fozz Maniac. They get the flash out from Arnor.
Scatter from Fozz Maniac. That's my boy.
That was Sixth Sense.
That's my boy.
I swear to God, how did he react to that? It's two people getting ganked yet again. But there's a Zac coming down over the other side of the wall, pops the Q onto Yasuchino and gets it, and that's one kill probably, the bailout to keep him up alive. and Ignite is taking him down. Lord likely brings him to defeat, and that's quite a nice bomb that lands onto Lonely Seal. That's not a trade, that's only 2 kills that go to the blue.
Now trying to stay alive, and Hatune is here, and he is absolutely the stronger jungler. He is 2 levels up on the Maokai right now, and he should be able to cut down the tree. Oh, to stand united though. Yeah, Kevin is going to make his way into the mid lane. Sejuani running out of HP now, flashing forward, does manage to get the kill onto the Maokai.
They're fighting bot lane.
Perez going to be able to finish off. It's actually the Ignite that Nami's able to take the kill, and then Halal dredge line forward, but there's nothing he can do. That's the flash and Bloopity. Oh, he missed the frost bomb. That was a little bit of... And he's this fed. But we're in a replay. Let's take a look at it. Oh, actually, we're not in a replay. Fozz Maniac is just dead right now, as the rest of the team will likely follow. Go charging forward.
Fozz Maniac is just dead right now. What an idiot. Who is this Fozz Maniac guy?
Takes a very unfortunate blast cone into a 6-foot.
What a fucking idiot.
And now it's a 5v2 on the map. Will be Infernal Soul Point locked down here for the side of Hate Speech.
And there goes the immortality. Pops the final spark, and that's a huge damage to Chasuchina. Still unbothered, still strong, still chilled back. But look at Valley, goes golden onto Chasuchina. But with terraforming, taking the first blood of the game, opens the path for even more. Probably execute damage doesn't come through onto Lively, but it's still the Ornn standing. Not anymore now, but Chasuchina is down. 3 members trying to hunt him down, still in hot pursuit of the enemies. With Tanya flashing over the wall, they call retreat. 3 people go down for dangerous game 2.
I don't know what's going on anymore. It's a repeat of first game, really, just fighting every. Oh, here we go.
Carries a 1v1 mono a mono. In the bot side.
Where is that W going? Aiming it at Howling Abyss or?
Oh, all Vance almost had it, but then that last skill shot just not where it needed to be.
I don't know anymore.
Halal is here now. No minion wave left though.
Data Kali and Malphite.
We've seen during the last fights, even through all the items that this Ziggs and this Tristana might have, it's still easy for the Malphite to get onto them, and the fight gets rolling immediately with Valley doing a lot of damage and taking even more. Pops the passive, and I don't think he's gonna respawn. No way to protect him, and the Malphite, as he gets one knock-up, it says game over for the blue side for the dangerous games. Can't go back over the other side, still dealing with the
Each on the blue side now, and they have the 5-stack in the bush.
I remember this actually. This was really smart from Hate Speech, because Fozz's team, Clarity, they did the same invade but mirrored when they were blue side, so they invaded top side through Tribush, and then, yeah, these guys just called it out. They sat in Tribush on blue side and got him. Got him good.
And it will be just the 1 kill.
No stand united already means death to the fish.
Bloopity into the mid lane. Wants to look for all Vance here. Only needs 1 more rocket. Can't find it there. And the boss bomb though will find its mark. Bloopity though already used the Valkyrie, but Hatune is extremely low. Tries to lock him up underneath the turret. The 1 turret shot is not enough to let you though. Should be able to get it. It will be Fozz Maniac actually who comes in. Picks up the shutdown.
Can you
You can see that Hecarim is shadowing top lane, and Azir, I think he's moving from top. No. Or maybe? Yep, Azir is moving.
Okay.
I don't know what. Like, they're discussing about it. They're waiting for a call, I think. Okay, GP got a barrel. And, yep, okay, flashed.
Oh my god, that Krakus actually forces out the Onslaught of Shadows of that one. Survives with probably just 1 HP. Pushing, you can't go bot. Unless Cat go back just solos this Fiora, that would be insane, right? I mean, Pop's the perfect execution. I don't think he goes below the tower. But still, that would have been pretty sick on his part. I want you to look at Vision top side, but it's more important bot side, because Pida has just popped the ultimate duel, has just thrown the gauntlets.
I should probably
Go back, trying to run away from it, but that's 1 dash
make an announcements channel in my Discord for like streams and shit, where I can send messages but no one else can. But I really can't be bothered to do that right now because I have the flu and that sounds like effort. So instead, what I'm gonna do is just drop it in general when these games start. And I'll do that some other time.
Person gets the pullback on the Corki. Couple of turret shots coming in though onto Cassante, but it's Fozz Maniac coming in with the
We've already seen that clip, no? Fozz Maniac coming in with the scatter. I swear that's the second time we've seen that highlight. Thank you, G. Yeah, it's doing pretty well. It's going good. Seems to be doing pretty good.
As nobody left to help him, gonna get taken out as well, and the Ignite will claim the kill, so it's gonna be a double for the Amumu support.
I don't really want to meet this guy in the dark alleyway, honestly.
Oh, absolutely not. Yes, that would be a truly horrendous experience for anyone. As this will be potentially rift out, but guess who's here? It's Bloopity.
Oh, we have a timer starting in 7:37. Okay, I can make the announcement then. At member, the stream will begin
They're taking a lot of damage from this Baron.
exactly 7 minutes. Not now.
Shuffle actually gets 3 people on the other side of the wall. With 2 people already falling, that's 2 resets for Jasucino. With Valley Flash on the wall, Jasucino quickly follows him up.
I'll just put at
Almost a one
17:20 UK time.
following through. Jasucino goes slow, but still claims the trip. And 3 people fall down.
We'll go with that.
Or just go for a top crab, just go for a top gank, maybe.
No full screen. I'll put it in full screen when it starts.
And get the moon rolling.
Ah, I guess I can put it in full screen now. Why not?
Crab in the end. No camps still have respawned on the map. And that Hecarim is straight up going for the top side. That's pretty dangerous.
Yep. And he probably ghost, and I think.
Yeah, he starts charging, and the GP. I mean, we predicted it.
Oh, man.
Hecarim. Not really on his side, but that's only mid and support. You have not a lot of damage on that one. 3 people. The Hecarim is coming over. That's huge damage coming down from the Varus, and heals come.
I actually watched Dom's new video yesterday because the one league that I don't actually know much about, especially this year, is LPL. So it's really interesting to see what he thinks of all the rosters. But I definitely agree that the JDG roster in particular looks absolutely disgusting. Like, as an LCK fan, I'm actually worried for new JDG at Worlds. They look like a big threat.
Goes into the big banish toss, but only gets the Crystal Sand Mummy onto the tanks, and here comes Bloopity. Picks up his first reset. Banish toss in underneath the turret. Can they lock him down? They can. Maybe a little bit too far ahead of the team. And now will Clarity be able to make their stand once again? They've picking off all of these members under the turret. Oh,
I'm gonna
overdive.
open my own stream.
Again, they bite off a little bit more than they can chew. It was looking so good.
Okay, so their stream is very quiet on my stream, but that's fine for now. Dude, they changed. They dropped Yagao in mid lane, and they got Knight, and they dropped Light in AD carry, or Hope rather. They dropped Hope in AD carry, and they got Ruler. So JDG is 369 Kanavi, Knight, Ruler missing. Yeah, that's a roster. That is certainly a roster. 369 Kanavi, Knight, Ruler missing. Jesus. But I mean, T1 changed literally nothing. Like T1 are still, I think still T1 are still the favorites. So. Probably Hanwha Life second in LCK. I tried to mute my mic to cough and I just punched it. I hope that didn't. Dom Kia look very strong. Yeah, I think they look like 3rd or 4th. I'm a Dom1 fan, so maybe I'm just like keeping my hopes at a reasonable level to not get disappointed, but... The only question mark on Dom1, I think, is Kana. Which version of Kana are we going to get? But I don't think there's any debate that a core of Canyon Showmaker Deft is insanely solid. And the game has been sort of more favoured towards having a good AD carry and jungler for quite a long time.
with Valley going over the backside.
I didn't see the who wins LCK prediction, no. But everyone said Dom1. I would vote T1.
Landing over the other side this time, but the flash Q from Lilia is perfect enough to send 3 people asleep. Good night, Lightly, because I think you've fought quite enough. Still
My money would be on T1. My heart says Down1, but my money, you know, my brain, my gut says T1.
Go down for a dangerous game and not being broken. Let's be honest. When was he not strong? Tell me one moment.
When Camille was
My scrims?
and Blade of the
Which scrims?
Oh, okay, that's true. Blade of the Ruin King meta was so trash, and Owen just doesn't care though because
Okay.
it's over. He's still gonna slap speed big.
The
into
Orn Horn.
and
Oh, I'm not doing that anymore. The team disbanded. They had some player-related drama, and yeah, it all just it all died. But it was actually good timing for me. Around the same time, I went through a breakup, so I kind of needed less in my life. Whereas now I'm doing stuff again, which is nice. So as much as I would like to say I'm disappointed, I'm not really. Yeah. Sorry. This bloody flu. I wish it would go away. You know when you're sick and you start thinking like, when I'm no longer sick, I will never take breathing for granted again. And then within 3 days, you're taking it for granted again. But you know. Aha. Oh, Hanwha predict. Okay, well T1 can't predict T1, can they? Dom1 predict T1. That's what I expected. Oh, it was very close between Dom1 and T1. Faker picked Genji specifically. Maybe Faker knows something about Pays that we don't know. All I know about Pays is that he's like a kind of like a Zeus, like a cracked young kid, you know? So if Pays ends up being really good, then yeah, I can see Genji winning it. But it took Zeus... I think it took Zeus one split. One full split to really come into his own. Like, he was a starter in spring of 2022, and he was pretty good in spring 2022, but by the time it got to MSI, he was looking like the best player on T1. So maybe Genji are more of a summer team than a spring team. I give Pays some time to acclimate to pro play and stuff. And one thing that I think is always possible that it's a thing is when you get promoted from Challenger to LCK, for example, most of the time the person that gets promoted is the best player. Oh, we're going into draft. But yeah, you know, like when you go from primary school to high school, and you go from being the oldest to being the youngest, I feel like it would be like that. Like, you go from being the best on your team to being the new guy. And it's quite, like, the confidence thing can be difficult. So let's have a look at the draft now. I talk too much in a short period of time.
My name is Saprix. Happy to be joined by Zapdos, and we'll be your casters for the evening. What's up, Zapdos?
Let's turn it up a tiny bit.
You give me a little goosebumps here, man. Look at you go hyping us up for an incredible
Thank you.
Okay, so we've got clarity on the blue side. Fozz is on blue.
I will give you the cold hard.
Now let's see how they draft on blue. Now Fozz is good at drafting, but his team are apes. Karma Ban, that is a Fozz staple. Me and Fozz have come to the conclusion that Karma is too good right now. Karma is just too good. Flexible, like thematic flex, roll flex, blindable in bot lane. Karma's ridiculous. The Aura Ban, maybe they're wanting to go Mundo B1 or Mordekaiser B1.
SG Clarity having
Definitely not Maokai B1 since they haven't banned Silas.
a really close matchup at this point.
Okay, they're not apes in-game, but their draft knowledge is
Semi-final.
questionable at best.
Known for being
They do some
even from the
they do the Kaiser Nautilus blind thing all the time. It's so weird.
are looking to solidify the
Okay, Caitlyn B1. Caitlyn's open.
last piece of the puzzle they need, which is to actually win and get the rewards of a first
Let's see what we go with a response. Now, Ash Karma would be a really nice response, but Karma's banned. So I really like the Karma ban. They go in like Draven with an aggressive support.
win during the preseason, but more during
So
season. But
I think you just go Morgana here on Clarity. You can be pretty sure that the Draven's going to be paired with something with CC. I'm going to turn this down a bit because I can't hear myself think. Yeah, you can be sure that the Draven's going to be paired with some sort of laner with CC, right? You've got the Lilia already. I think Morgana is better than Lux in this scenario. I think Lux... Sedge is a good flex as well. Like, you can pick up Sedge Morgana. What else can you do? I don't think there's any reason to do anything other than pick support. Because if you don't pick Morgana or Lux now, they're going to ban out Morgana Lux in round 3. So, and also, if you pick Morgana now, you can two-way flex it. Thresh? Why are they going Thresh? What do you think about Zyra? I think Zyra's, Zyra is something we experimented with in the team that I was coaching, and I think it's good, specifically at bullying melee support like Braum or Tankage. I think Viego can rush Wit's End if he's versus full AP team. I guess he could. I would probably go with second item. But he should definitely buy it if he's versus a full AP team. See, look at the red comp, right? How good would Morgana be on blue team? They're trying to do like the Amumu Lilia shit, but Caitlyn's black shielded. It's so much harder. Jesus.
The range advantage is there.
Oh, that's true, yeah. The scaling is... Oh, I'm not full screen, sorry. Hang on. There you go.
It's still Jasucino with Slowpig on his side. We've seen what he can do. We've seen what they can do on the bot side with really nice aggressive content in the first levels. And this is another really aggressive pick that I truly enjoy with the Cassandra being picked up.
So what do you go now?
Pretty OP, pretty
Mundo seems pretty standard. I mean, he's been nerfed now though, right? I don't know how good Mundo is.
works well into it.
How dare you say that seeing a Cassandra is a good thing to see?
I would probably go Kraken Wits, Rukanik.
It's fun.
What I think about the ADC changes? Personally, I think ADCs didn't need those changes. They're going to be a lot stronger. Oh, hi, Xbox. How you doing? Yeah, I don't think they needed the changes, but they're obviously going to be better with them. Kind of like the Cleaver changes that are coming in. Cleaver's gaining 50 health and 5 AD, and they just don't need it.
Which is not ahead with maybe 2 items against the Mundo that's just walking in his face.
I really like Corki here.
Like even a stun, he can block a stun, he can get another in just a few
Fozz is pretty based with his picks.
for this Draven to get disrupted by the Mundo. You also have a lot of range with the Corki, so Draven will need to play perfectly to both catch axes and do damage with those axes. So I
Yeah, don't complain, bro.
damage healers that Kiki's delivery service has because that's the Yone.
Infinity Edge as the second item means gold leads will matter even more earlier. That's probably true, yeah.
Wise, I think Kiki's delivery service
It also means we'll probably see less people buy Collector.
now, but
You can just buy IE straight away.
protect the carries. They have so many ways to engage, disengage. They have poke.
I think they could have kept IE at 60% and just made Navori 40%, because Navori third always feels so slow, but IE third feels fine. Yeah, Draven's gonna be a beast. The thing I'm worried about is Yasuo and Yone. Do they just first item IE? Like, what? What happens with them?
Yone and Lilia, they both came together. If you remember, they both have like the same release during the Spirit Blossom event, and they're actually in common because AP jungler together with an AD jungler. You have
That's true, but wait, no, you get attack speed because you do, yeah, you do Zeal, Zerx, Lethal Tempo, IE, don't you? Or, well, not IE, right now you do Mythic, but...
seeing all the carries all the time on their side. So I think that's a really
Oh, man.
point you made there because we're gonna
What mythic are you thinking on Draven, Xperx?
Go ahead and
Because I'm assuming it's mythic into IE. Are you still doing a lethality and then
behind is just
like maybe collector and then IE, or are you doing like Kraken IE?
Sound is just gonna stomp the lane. There's so many variables right here, but
Kraken IE, yeah, cool.
There's one thing I do want to talk about is this.
Sounds like it's gonna do so much damage.
In the early game, Sejuani does have a lot more power ganking compared to this Lilia. So trying to get your bot lane ahead while the enemy...
Okay, the aim of the game for Clarity here is to just avoid chaos. Because if nothing happens, the scaling on Clarity's side, outside of jungle, like Lilia can actually run over them a little bit.
decide to match each other.
Avoid getting kills onto Lilia, if possible,
This Lilia
and just
really like
chill. Like, play a really controlled game around
push lane
Caitlyn just pushing Draven in and not letting him do anything.
as you can because you have Draven Moon, you have probably the highest
Build path for IE first on Yasione is kind of dog water. Oh,
together with the Sejuani can't maybe respond to that, but I think it's
I don't think it's that bad. BF Sword's actually reasonably solid. The only thing with BF Sword is the awkwardness of buying it. If you're behind, it's definitely difficult to get 1.3k. But the item itself is nice once you've got it.
I'm just excited to see this game because we've never had both of these teams going up against each other. And it's just like Kiki's delivery service is trying to tell the enemy team, we are going to smash you in this early game. We're going to show you. Even though we went down almost 2 games in our last fixture, we are going to absolutely smash you in the finals and clearly show we're the best.
I think Yone absolutely has to go Ruin King this game.
finals. It was
Like-
Draven and Mumu lane that got them back into the series. It was Catcopat in the mid lane on an assassin.
I think it's honestly not a big disparity in draft though.
He is really good at making things happen. He's
I think it's a fairly even game and just comes down to who gets leads, who plays better.
brings the team back into the game, and this time we have over the top side Xander, so something that
Do you think Shadowflame could be bought first? I experimented with it on Kennen.
so by Kiki's delivery service.
I experimented with it on Akali. It does more damage than Rocket Belt,
But is not
but not having the dash
played for the whole tournament, and now both the first place
is kind of rough.
meet each other in the final. I mean, it was just a match by destiny.
It's basically like watching the LCK versus the LPL in my eyes.
It's kind of FF if a bot lane loses, but it shouldn't.
Like the world finals,
In pure theory, it shouldn't.
the 2 titans, the 2 strongest teams, the 2 seed ones, maybe.
Both people in the mid lane. Pretty simple, you know. Best in the world.
You can make an argument for Catcopat being a bit like doing with the champions he plays.
I actually think Draven gets a bad reputation in competitive. Like we saw, you remember DRX versus EDG with Death Draven, where he's just playing a really controlled game all game and he's just slightly ahead, and then finally he cashes in like 1.5k and then he just explodes the game. Like, I don't think you have to get your Draven 20-0. I think Draven actually scales really well. But I think people just tunnel vision on the fact that he is a snowball champ, quote unquote. Yeah, exactly. Pseudo scale, and I think he has to get ahead, yeah. In reality, he's more of like a... I mean, you can think of it as like an investment, you know? It's more important that he doesn't get behind than that he does get ahead, especially now that he has the execute on his ult. As long as he's not behind, it becomes easier and easier for him to cash in for more and more gold, because any engage, you just throw the Draven ult on top of that, and it's going to execute people from a ridiculous amount of damage if he's got like 600 stacks. But yeah, I've also roll swapped the ADC Xperx, but I haven't played too much Draven. I played a game of Draven the other day. I'm still very bad at Draven. Maybe I'll put some time into it. Playing a lot of Ezreal at the minute. Playing Kate only. I played 3 games of solo queue. I've stopped playing solo queue because like it's just hopeless when I have the flu. I'm just gonna play bad. But I played against Caitlyn 3 games in a row. Everybody seems to be playing Kate, which makes sense. She's a good solo queue champ anyway, and when she's one of the best picks in competitive, she's going to be insane in solo queue. Oh. Alright, let's go, Fozz. So it's a best of 5 today. It was a best of 3 in semi-finals. Nearly there. Don't even get it consistently in practice tool. What are we talking about in practice tool? Sorry, I feel dumb.
11, 12. And we are right back.
Okay, here we go. Oh, pause. Jesus.
We already have a pause, which is the exact thing we need to get a proper introduction to those two.
Cull on Yone. That's interesting. I wonder if Fozz will take Cull. Probably not.
Going to be the two first place teams in both Division 2 groups.
Check Discord? Oh, right, sorry. I have streamer mode on, so I don't get any notifications. I see it now. Hang on.
And on the blue side, it says G Cloudy. Probably the team that has dominated the most.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's sick. I didn't know you could still do that. I thought it got removed with the,
And come back from the darkest of situation. Kiki's delivery service.
Perks is showing me, like, some Machine Gun Caitlyn shit.
The rewards of a first place team.
They just like the LCK. I wish I was as good at carrying pauses as Atlas. That guy's the GOAT of pauses.
You know, getting in that quicker, you know, pausing the game so they can get themselves ready, hyping themselves up, getting themselves a little team talk before they.
Yeah, I didn't know you could still machine gun on Caitlyn.
How can you not be in high spirits when you have a name like that and a logo like that as well? However, in this game so far, we are going to be focusing on this bot lane. This Draven is going to be the key.
Is it just down to the timing between when your E hits and when the trap procs?
It's going to be completely useless in these late game team fights. And if he's not going to be able to get his damage off in these late game fights,
Fozz is one of my long-term friends, and he's the mid laner for SGC. Is trap auto cancel? Okay.
During the earlier stages of the game, it's an Amumu against the Thresh. So one matchup you really see a lot lately in engage support.
I keep muting my mic to die of coughing.
Fishing for something, maybe getting a bit cheesy.
Jesus Christ.
Together with a Lilia, with a Yone, you have so much damage with this Amumu having 2 tongue lashes plus an ignite to really seal the deal exactly in the early game during the first seconds. But at the same time, let's look a bit at the AD carries, as you said. Raven against Caitlyn, one really important point we made during draft.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of mechanics like that where in practice all you can do it, but in game it's like, I don't know, it's so unreasonable.
now, talking about this actual bot lane as a whole, you know how you're talking about this support matchup of Amumu
And often it's just better to hold your E as well for something else.
double tongue lash he got given.
Like, it looks cool, but then you don't have your E.
Thresh is an amazing counter against this champion because you're like, oh, how's he stop first tongue lash? You just E him away from you, and you're like, okay, so my flay is down. How's his second tongue lash? Guess what? You just hook him again, allowing your Caitlyn to stay nice and safe behind you. However, it does make it where the Thresh afterwards is going to be volatile. So if Amumu does get a flash or gets a tongue lash where Thresh isn't able to stop it, Amumu is going to absolutely dominate that 1v1.
It's that constant pressure you have on your head. You don't know when the Amumu
I'll be interested to see if whatever the other team Kiki's delivery service. I'll be interested to see if they go for any level 1s.
From the Thresh.
Because getting ahead early is pretty important to them, I think.
So this bot lane, I think, is going to be on Jasuchino and Slowbig to actually get that aggressive, to actually get over all those barriers that the Thresh imposes, to get an advantage in the early game. And we already see some focus up the bot lane with 5 people being sent over that. They're just going to find a spot of vision and clear that out probably, but still 5 of them get spotted.
It's looking like 5 will get spotted, and it's looking like
Alright, I don't think anything's going to happen level 1. I'm going to have to be right back. I'll be like 20 seconds. Won't be long.
Kiki's delivery service not wanted any shenanigans in this game.
I'll have a spot of vision in the mid-side bush. That's actually pretty important because you can actually see the Amumu now as soon as he tries to go inside that bush and gain some control, but the same works for the Thresh too. So 2 spots of vision inside that bush will make probably for like level 2 with no shenanigans, because it's going to be pretty hard for those 2 supports to get onto the enemy AD carries. But let's look a bit on over the other sides of the map, because both these 2 junglers are starting over the top side of the map. So they're both clearing towards the bot side. They all know they want the action there. They all know they want the 3v3, but who actually wins it in?
Alright, I'm back. So, Lilia pathing down makes sense. Pathing into Draven lane, same for Sejuani. I think Sedge is going to want to just look to cover the Caitlyn rather than actually look for a play. And Lilia will ideally look for a play, but I don't know if they're going to be able to find one. Fozz chilling with the tier. Yone got the cull, which I think is actually an interesting adaptation. Maybe red team should have invaded and tried to split map. That's an interesting idea, because if they force Sedge to only play topside quadrants, so it's one, a lot harder for Caitlyn to shove Draven in like this, and 2, makes it way easier to actually pick up random kills. Is Mundo dead? Okay, movement, schmovement. Sliding and gliding. I am so sorry about the coughing. Like, sometimes I can reach up and mute my mic in times, and sometimes I just, like, it just happens. And Mundo flashed down for 0, though. Just for no reason. Big trade from Cassante. Oh, he's dead. Yeah, I think Cassante could have just ghosted and all ended. The guy's got no flash. So when he dashed forward there. I guess he doesn't know where Sedge is. I mean, he should, because I think Mundo leashed, so he should have an idea that he's there, but... The one thing Mundo does have going for him is that he needs 2 knockups to kill him, because he's got his passive to block one. But it takes a big chunk off him. Pop passive and ghost in? Yeah. Nice by Fozz holding that wave there. Really nice. He's down in CS early, but I think that's somewhat expected in this matchup. Yone can kind of just get in his face. And Fozz is down a little more CS than I would like, though.
Who's getting the second crab of the game? It's again Lilia over the top side, now passing towards the Grump, so she's gonna have quite a nice advantage in CS. Okay, we see another boss.
Draven just doesn't need to stand there and hit. Just leave. That's really, really bad for red team, but it's great for Fozz's team. Let's go.
Everything was going so well from the side of Kiki's delivery service. They had full prio against them, but they were able to get themselves the double scuttle crab onto the...
I think it's mostly like D1 Master. I don't know. Fozz is Diamond 2.
Completely turned on its head, giving a big lead to this bot lane of Caitlyn Thresh.
Look at the CS numbers right now. It's 19 CS of the Draven against 41 on the Caitlyn. You can see how this gank affected the bot side. It was already going pretty bad for the Draven. That's the range advantage we were talking about. But right now, it's going to be the Draven who is behind against the Moon, against such a front line. I think this front line is going to get negated a bit more with a gank from Lonely Seal over the top side.
Yeah, for sure.
That's done. No flash.
Nice movement.
It's gonna be free down.
Okay.
6 on the lead and actually gets
Well, I'm not gonna lie, that Mundo movement was clean.
shot onto him.
Is a special.
That was slick.
But yeah, just a small overstep coming out from Lilia. Trying to, find this gank, but just not able to do so. Too far.
That's gonna be the
Oh, Fozz is chilling.
re-rain over the top side for the next
Chilling and scaling.
TVs up for the Mundo.
Not a worry in the world.
Walk of shame back towards the top side.
But because of the failed gank in the top lane, there is going to be a Drake over.
Interestingly, with the heavy sort of melee frontline comp that Red have got, I wonder if Fozz will go for like a shield bow build where he auto attacks a lot more, because like getting through Cassante, if it's like Jak'Sho Yone or some form of like tankier Yone, there's an Amumu. It could be the Jak'Sho Lilia as well. Like it's probably the demonic rush looking at the items, so it's probably a tanky Lilia.
He said it's just he's not
But I think like the shield bow Corki build where he does more, more consistent damage with auto attacks could actually be good here.
one of the highest killing champions. Draven is not exactly the same thing, and he actually has to run away from that.
Looking at runes, yeah, I guess he does have first strike, but you can go first strike with
Mid lane, you see quite another fight.
and still go crit.
It's actually really well played from the side of SG Coyote, because you're thinking about
He's going Hydra.
you put them in an awkward phase of play where they have to try
Okay, the other thing he can do
Kaylin can just poke them out. If they
is like the Hydra Muramana build. You go Hydra Muramana, but then he goes Leandris instead of Ludens. I think that would just be 1,000 times better this game.
outside their tower,
Just get Leandris instead of Ludens.
so then Draven and Amumi had to walk up and they're going to
Because he's the only magic damage on the team as well. And they're gonna have a lot of health.
Domination we were talking about during the first stages of the draft, it's actually coming in fruition right now. With SG Clarity dominating over the top side in the jungle. Bot side is an absolute stomp for now. It's again just the mid lane
I'm picking up Ludens for flat pen.
still showing.
Yeah, I agree. However, the amount of damage that the Leandris will do
Can they actually come back from this situation?
is just crazy. I mean, I've played Leandris Corki before into BP teams. It does a ton of damage, man. It hits so hard.
Yeah, he goes all out on that move. Goes in
You're not just taking Ludens for the flat pen. Like, the AP does still do a lot of damage. The AP on Leandris does still do a lot of damage. You get more haste, you get the burn.
onto him
Um, the other thing to consider is that Leandris also has the passive that makes you hit harder against anyone that has more health than you, which should be everyone except Draven, as far as Corki's concerned. So all his abilities will get a percentage increase in their damage as well.
up the place with Alvan's Pro on the other side. It's gonna be terrible.
Basically cut down on an item. He should also, if he's probably got sorcery second, so he probably doesn't have cut down. I would imagine he's got like Mana Flow Gathering Storm. Fozz absolutely does not have Scorch. I'll tell you that for free. If he does, he's not my friend anymore.
So many people over the mid lane now looking to win.
Caitlyn now rotating for extra plates. You like to see it?
Quite a nice land on the but has no ultimate and takes free poke. Actually gets flayed behind and almost killed down. Has the ace in the hole, but decides to not use it. It's still gonna be complete mid lane domination for SG Clarity for the moment. They
Seems like Red aren't even trying to respond to this
come back with the game just by
Caitlyn lane swap. They're just kind of ignoring that it exists. You got Corki going down to pick up the side lane. Everything's looking really good for Clarity.
I can't say the Kiki's delivery service is fully out of it. They just need to find a pick soon, or this game's just going to get worse and worse for them.
I think Clarity should be favoured to get this first Drake, but they can even give it. What they can do is they can give first Drake and put Caitlyn top and take top tower as a trade for first Drake. See you later.
another free kill. No, it's gonna be Hatsune with a glacial prison. Landed over the wall, sending Jasachina to
So when does game 2 start, guys?
This Draven is not allowed to leave his tower because wherever he goes, this Rani is. And
Well, I wouldn't say it's that the Draven's not allowed to leave his tower. He's solo laning in a side lane for no reason.
No lane is doing well. You almost have TP on speed peak, but the Mundo has also TP, so you can't really hope for a 4v4.
You'd never trade anything? That's interesting, because my philosophy is I would never force anything.
But what can actually Kiki's delivery?
Because if you force something, you have, like, you give them a way back into the game. Whereas giving them one Chemtech Drake, in like an isolated Chemtech Drake, does almost nothing. But giving them an angle for a fight over that Chemtech Drake could get them back into the game. Whereas if you just... if you say, instead of giving you this fight over the Chemtech Drake, what are they? They're 3k ahead. If you say, okay, we'll give you the Chemtech Drake, but we'll be 4k ahead. Now you're another 1,000 gold up. And yes, they've got one Chemtech Drake, but in the grand scheme of things, it does literally nothing.
Intention of changing that idea because 4 people.
He might be TPing in the backline. We'll have to see. It's looking like they may actually want to take the fight.
There's 4 people over the bot side, and it's just gonna be a Drake that goes SG Clardy in the end.
Yeah, I would have loved to see the side of Kiki's just go into this top side, trying to make anything happen.
You wouldn't consider it a force necessarily, it depends, yeah.
We're just going to slowly breed everything away from you. And we kept talking about how
If the enemy can get in, and you still try and go for it, then it is. If they can't, then yeah, it's just a free Drake for you. But I think if they did reasonable lane assignments from red team, they wouldn't be... Like, if they put Yone into Corki in the side lane, Yone would still be getting prio. I think Cassante is still beating this Mundo. The only issue is that the Caitlyn's just taking over the game.
I mean, we does have ultimate. That is going to be the
Flash ultimate, that's pretty good.
Oh, Thresh lives.
Absolutely halal, but doesn't die. That's 1 kill that goes to SG Clardy with nothing in response. With the Draven actually getting assaulted by the Caitlyn. Gilforce is still a herald that goes over the mid lane. Over the bot side.
I think it's a really interesting question that's been explored a lot. Like, it's kind of the entire crux of LPL versus LCK gameplay.
Yeah, Corki still had flash, so he was perfectly safe in that mid lane. And it was a really good idea coming out from Miyamimi to go in, to try and get anything before they said Sejuani got in. But just, when you're this far behind, there's not much you can do. We should have seen the jungler of Lilia trying to be behind them, trying to cover them, noticing that they would go from the tower dive. And if you're not wanting to make that play, at least go to the enemy jungle. At least try to do something against the enemy team. Because like I keep saying before, they're just bleeding objectives for free.
Yeah, maybe Cassante is just getting blasted now.
Not grabbed any source like big gold, an objective like a herald, a dragon. In the last 13 minutes, right now, it's
Not seen much Cassante since his nerf, so I don't know how hard they hit him.
just can't get your head around it.
I can't believe how hard they nerfed Fiora. They nuked that champ from orbit. That's crazy. It's crazy what they did to her. It's criminal.
On because he's a he's not protected by the thresh at the moment. He doesn't have even a package. So one plan
I think it's one of the bigger nerfs I've ever seen. And she wasn't that much better than the other top laners.
because otherwise he's just gonna bleed out.
I think she probably deserved a nerf. But like, 1, she didn't deserve that big of a nerf, and 2, a lot of her power is just coming from
This is exactly a good plan.
the meta just happens to suit her at the minute.
The boss and when he's on a side and he's completely alone, you just can't. Gets a nice trade on the tactical path, but there was skill potential there.
Especially when you do.
Like, the most played champs are like Cassante, Mundo, Aatrox. Of course Fiora's good.
Gatkov actually goes in, and that's a desperate attempt you have on your hands. 2 kills go in the end to SG Clardy anyway, and there's a herald spawning up in just a few seconds. But they look for Zasuchino. They look to send him 0 and 3, and I think they've done exactly that with Cleanse being already used. Cleanses the stun one with the haste and holding a fair bit of damage to the Lilia, but it's still going to be only 2 kills to SG Clardy and probably a herald.
Yeah, it's just looking like every single player on the side of trying to play for themselves and not matching up as a team. While on the other side,
What do you even do as red here? You just swap to 5 sweepers and
you always see that they are exactly on the same.
try and find literally anything. Just flip it.
We haven't been seeing on the side of Kiki's. We haven't seen the jungle and support really matching up together and trying to find plays.
And as we said, they also have a really good synergy between
It looks like they're just going to roll over and die. Play catch, yeah.
so much damage to
Yeah, pretty much. That's why I think they should go like 4 or 5 sweepers, because it just magnifies how many brushes they could just sit in if you just keep sweeping things. Because any fair game, they're not going to win now. They got to make it unfair somehow. It's difficult though, and Corky is gonna become a problem in about 5 minutes.
Quick maths. So if you get that little bit of influx of gold on the right champions, I think it's one of the few situations where you could actually say that you're back into the game. That's a Cloak of Agility, that's 2 long swords. There's a lot of possibilities just by getting that small amount of gold. But how do you get actually on those 3 people? I think the Thresh is the easiest one at the moment.
Yeah, I could completely agree. So we've seen this Thresh go into the enemy jungle, placing wards, as we see him do so often. When he tries to go for this, do a little bit of a death rush, try anything. But it's looking like there might be another death from the side of Kiki's onto this Mimi.
Trap the TP. Any trappers?
Midway, but it's gonna be a curse of the
Oh, a bit late. Wait, he actually still got it because it was a double TP. Well, they tried. At least they tried something instead of rolling over and dying. I respect that. Are they allowed to FF?
See, that's one thing I really like. The double TP coming in straight away afterwards as they finally said go, go, go. However, it was too late compared to when they needed to go. And Amumu got engaged on, which was the issue. If Amumu was the one to engage, that fight could have looked completely different. If he was able to get onto the Corki or the Caitlyn, completely burst either one of them with the Yone on top of it, this could have been a completely different team fight. But because of...
I think games like this, for clarity, are ones that are very, very good for them to practice discipline. Like what they did there by not taking the inhib, opening up super minion farm for red, and just backing off, getting yourself onto soul point, reset, spend all the gold that you just earned, and get back on the map. I think that kind of discipline is really good. Like, even though it's really easy to do that in this game, it's not complicated, but just getting it into your, like, not muscle memory, but habit, I guess. Like, drilling that discipline in is a really good thing to do. Because a lot of people, once they get this far ahead, they'll, like, have some slip-ups. Whereas if you can be this far ahead without having the slip-ups, it's really good.
It was just a haphazard trying to make the best of a bad situation.
Hello, Omega. Sante bought the wrong item. I know he was rushing Sunfire. He was doing Sunfire into Jackshaw before. Do you just do Jackshaw rush now? I don't really know how Casante's feeling right now after the nerfs that he got. Have you been playing him? Is he still good?
Because League of Legends is a game for fun. League of Legends is a game for enjoyment. If that's what this delivery service is doing, I think they're the true winners of this whole thing.
It's a game lost.
A message in my Discord server.
I have to say. If you learn the lesson from a lost game, I think that's also a victory. That's 1-1 in my books.
I'm not sure how many people would agree with you there, but maybe you are correct in your own eyes. But yeah, with this, one thing I'm just so disappointed in seeing is just Kiki's is just always trying to match the enemy team, who is clearly stronger than them. You need to have a numbers advantage to come from behind and win a fight. I want to see all 5 players. I want Cassante to come to this top lane and try and find Psycho. If not, come to this bot lane and try and find anything they can.
Otherwise, look at this. Look over the top side. It's a Fozz Maniac with a package, with a Caitlyn on his back. So the siege potential of this SG Clarity composition is so damn high, you just can't respond to it having 2 melee.
We may never know why they picked Draven into Cape. But I would go out on a limb and say they're not going to do it again.
So you can still win. It's a 4-1 in Mundo, but it's still Xante in the new season. So just get onto them somehow. Just try to do for...
I don't think the Draven-Kate dynamic is that important. I'd say Draven's unfavored, but I think like it really comes down to the support dynamic. But like Draven and Amumu into Kate Thresh, you're not really doing anything there.
They have done during this game. They got the priority in the bot lane and set up a perfect freeze to get this Draven and this Amumu behind. On top
Mundo Aatrox got both of their kneecaps blown off. Fiora as well, man. Fiora got nuked.
to get himself to small lead. And always been there on time. They have clearly been the better team in this game, and it shows with having the 2 Drakes on them and having a 10k gold lead.
Harmony seem to be
Yeah, he just slams Draven on R1.
war for it. Is the first Baron of the game.
Respect the confidence, I guess.
Minutes into the game, it's gonna be a 12.
There's also in these leagues, there's often a lot of like
So
one tricks or like
delivery service
not one trick but heavily main one champion.
with the Baron being taken out, I would have
And I don't know any of the players outside of Fozz, so
the bot side just take that tower out, get a bit of gold.
I mean I've seen Fozz's team play before. Comfort picks, yeah, pretty much.
For now, with tower 2 having the hold of the bot lane for such a long time.
Yeah, I completely agree. And over a 10k gold on the side of SG Clarity, so it's looking all doom and gloom. But remember, I remember this one thing that you told me. You told me that Kiki's livery service from the depths of hell are able to make their way back. And I would have to say, I think they're in the deepest, darkest parts of hell.
I don't like that Mundo walked so far up here. There's just no reason to. You've got Soul in 40 seconds.
It may be the exact occasion with Hatsune taking a whole lot of
What the fuck is Yone doing?
Pat goes back into the fight because he had to, but he didn't really want to.
Yeah, okay.
3 people are already down with 5 people charging up over the mid lane with only the Nexus being over.
Yeah, I'd say that's a fair assessment, Omega. I think you perform pretty well on everything though.
Still, the enemies down.
I don't know if anyone in chat knows, but Omega was the top laner for the team that I was coaching, and Xperx was the AD carry.
Only the Nexus down truly.
Yorick incident. Alright, let's see what happens game 2. Let's see if game 2 is more interesting.
The Nexus goes down.
Also, I told Fozz to play Alawi mid, and he just picked Corki.
Of a best of 5 in division.
Terrible behaviour.
But remember, it's Kiki's we're talking about.
Yeah, it's hard to recover confidence, but at least this time it's a best of 5 instead of a best of 3. If that happens in a best of 3, it's
Game if they can
really bad. But in best of 5, they could come back.
Strong game from the side of Kiki's livery service. The early game just wasn't going their way. We talked about how it.
Yeah, we spoke about that just before you joined, Omega. I'm not entirely sure why, but it's kind of like Xperx said, I'll take it, you know? Like,
The bot side wasn't doing exactly well. They had a Draven and Mumu who needed to go ahead mid jungle. They had a lot of damage sources, but neither
there's a pretty clear... I mean, it depends from whose perspective you're looking at, Fozz.
the jungle.
From you? Yeah, pretty clean. From them?
Top side really
Well...
Big actually got a hold of the Mundo during the first few trades, but then this is one just came in clutch and fed the Mundo. So if I would have to say, I think
Clean but free, yeah.
this game
The thing I said in mid-game was after you were like...
was just tank that really trusted.
I think you were like 6k gold up at 15 minutes or something. You just didn't force anything, and when you heralded mid, you could have gone for like the Dom 1 push, where you just end the game. But you actually don't take inhib, which denies them the possibility of farming super minions to get back in. You just back off, play for soul, and close it out the traditional way. I think that discipline's really good.
That's actually true. I didn't really think about it. I thought the Caitlyn was top damage, but it was actually the Mundo.
From your perspective, you missed every single cannon minion this game. To be fair, it was rarely on the stream, so I don't think anyone noticed.
Stay tuned because we're gonna take a break and come back for the second game of this best of 5. See you then.
Yeah, so
Honestly, this guy would be one-shotting everyone if he got all the cannon minions. Sakura! Hi. How you doing? Guy joins the stream for the between-match timer. It's his favourite bit, I guess. Alright, what about yourself? I'm alright. I mean, flu and that, but you had the stream open the entire time, okay. Never mind. I'll let you off then. Oh. I still have this like little bit of paranoia that someone from CWL, whoever they are, is gonna like pop in and be like, "What the fuck are you doing? You cannot do this." Lysander. What kind of league is this? I don't really know. Where have I heard that name before? Did you play in Phoenix League or something, Lysander? The name sounds familiar. I swear I've heard that somewhere. R1, R2, Renekton, Lee. Bro, I'm already sick. I have the flu. I don't need cancer as well. Okay, yeah. Fair enough. Maybe it was someone else who stole your name. I could have sworn I played against someone called Lysander at some point. When Fozz was coaching me. That's the law, by the way. The British Power law. Fozz used to coach me, and now I'm watching Fozz play. Funny how things turn out. Greek name. Interesting. Why wouldn't the potato play ADC? Because no one would peel for him. Jesus. That's certainly something, Omega. Didn't know British Power was a potato. I am. It's true. I am, in fact, a potato. Who knew? GP is Zetian now. Oh, 40% crit Navori. Oh shit. Wait, no. No, it doesn't change anything. Because he's already doing early Navori. Even, well, I guess it changes something. He gets the cooldown reduction thing, but the damage thing on Navori is already there, even if you don't have 60% crit, because he does that. He does 55% crit Navori. Yeah, the ability amp didn't change, exactly. But he does activate the CDR passive, which is nice for getting more barrels. But that's biggest at level 13, and I think by level 13 he might hit 60% crit sometimes anyway. The champ's definitely good though. GP is really good. But I wonder whether there's a world where... Nah, there's probably no world he goes back to IE. But I don't know. IE at 40% would hit really hard, but then Navori would take over later as he gets more crit. But also not having haste with IE. I'll just have to see what Solobaka figures out. That guy's the GOAT of GP. He'll figure out what's best. Solobaka said Navori always. Makes sense. Yeah, IE is just damage. I think haste as well. The better you get at GP, the better haste gets. So, Solobaka is almost definitely going to like Navori now that I think about it. Also, Navori makes your passive hit harder, and a lot of matchups are decided, like a lot of side lane matchups are decided by your passive, so. Like pretty much every tank matchup's like that. You kill them with your passive. How long have we been on 0 for? Am I going crazy? Or... There we go. Whoa, drafting! Draft time!
The second game of this best of 5 is Division 2 finals. Kiki's delivery service, this time over the blue side.
Okay, this time Fozz has red side. Love me some red side.
Got the first game of the series in quite a high fashion stomp. But I think
What are we looking at? We're looking at Caitlyn, we're looking at Karma, looking at Silas. I think these are some of the biggest champions in the meta for me at the moment. Caitlyn, Karma, Silas. Sejuani still, I think, is giga flexible. Really easy to draft. Syndra, we very well might see the Fozz Syndra. Syndra is his main champ. Fozz is a big Syndra player. Varus too? Yeah, I think Varus is good as well. Syndra, Varus, Kate, best B1s? I like Karma at the moment. I think Karma is the best B1. I think Sedge is still really good. Did I watch LPL, like the Demacia Cup? I haven't seen very much Demacia Cup.
difference at such a low minute. And you can imagine how the game went on from that. So it's usually the Karmas, the Jannas for speed peak, like those enchanter type of picks.
Wukong is arguably the best jungle in the game right now. I really disagree with that.
Right now, since it's actually really strong on the next on this patch to have again that Janna.
Oh, the split has started. Oh, I haven't seen anything. No, I'll have to go have a look at what's going on.
Yeah, but we have to see if they do want to go for this Draven playstyle. There is nothing wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Wukong is like... I would put Wukong in like A tier. I wouldn't put him as like the best jungle in the game or anything.
I do want to see an aggressive jungler. I want to see something coming out that has at least some agency in the early game, because this Lilia jungle just didn't look like it was online at all in this game, and especially when you have a bot lane like this, you need your jungler to be instantly online. Something like a Zing Zhao, even a Sejuani on their own team could really bring this bot lane to life.
You know what my dream would be mid jungle?
Watch JDG Game 3. I mean, JDG is the team I was most interested in. As an LTK fan, that roster scares me. Although the fact that you said Game 3 means they lost to someone at least one time, so...
High action champions like the Wukong, like, I don't know, like...
Imagine being called a Wukong hater for putting him in A tier, bro. They play Yuumi Zeri, so yeah. I was expecting a lot of Zeri Yuumi. Lucian Nami also hasn't been touched since Worlds, so expected to see that too.
Now, if you are going to be playing
But I still think Lucian Nami's, like, for the same reason it was hard to draft at Worlds, I still think it's hard to draft now. You just respond with Aphelios Lulu, boom.
Because remember, we're not the players. We don't know what's going through their minds. We may think that the Sejuani played really well.
BLG's roster? Yeah, I think Bin is, I think having Bin on your team is just such a good hack. I think Weibo could be really good too.
As we said at the end of the last game, it was this Sejuani being absolutely everywhere from the beginning to the end. She was...
Again, I haven't seen a single game, so...
Not mid lane, to be honest, but bot side and top side, where the Sejuani lands.
Who'd you counter Zeri Yuumi with? There's two routes you can go.
Now we have to see, do they deliver the L back?
One is...
Or do they keep it?
the Genji angle.
They are the master
Something like Draven Singed.
as we've seen in the semifinals. It's still the first game.
Weibo won Demacia Cup, really? Well, I know a lot of teams were using like academy rosters and stuff, right? But yeah, to counter Zeriyumi, one of the angles is like the Draven Singed, that Genji, the sort of thing that Genji liked to do last season. And then the other one is I would go something like Senna Seraphine or Senna Sona.
I mean, SG Claudi
You could go like,
dominates their opponents. Have
what would I pair with?
2-0 in the
Maybe
semifinals,
like
placed in the groups 10 and 2.
Jinx with some sort of enchanter.
But just to think about
You could go Cog Lulu as well. Cog Lulu would be really nice into
it, I mean,
Zeriyumi.
kinda won the series, you know? We all
Isn't Senna Turbo bad right now? I don't think she's that bad.
a man with nothing to lose, and you should
Her weakness is getting blasted in lane, but she just doesn't by Zeriyumi, so...
you could find on the planet. And I think right now they could win a game. Sure, that's pretty good. I think Kiki's delivery.
What you don't want to do is try to blast it with Lucian Nami. We saw that over and over again at Worlds, and it just doesn't work.
Trying to think what would be coming out if you were on the last game against the full team. Would you go for the pure aggressive, pure I'm going to outplay you and be the better player, or would you rather just go for the I'll play some Lulu, I'll relax in the back line and chill?
It all depends on the second game actually, because if you go Enchanter and it just doesn't work again, I think it's go back to the Amumu Draven, go back to the aggressive lanes, and I mean you can roll with that and hope that you get actually ahead during the earliest stages of the game. Otherwise, if the Enchanter works, I can actually see Kiki's delivery service picking it up again during the third game. Because they're actually pretty confident with that. They have the carries, they have the champions, they have the enchanters, they have Karma, Lulu, so many things they could go for. So it all depends what they pick up in the bot side during the second game of the series. Mid lane,
What's the Senna build and strat right now? There's two. There's either
mid laners,
you go Lethality with an early Umbral Glaive and you control vision really hard, or if you want to scale, you go
I think it's just because
the Kraken Slayer build. Whenever I think of that build, I always think of Reckless on G2.
I could agree with that because
But yeah, like the Reckless G2,
range just with
Kraken, Rapid Fire, Rage Blade.
carry, and then also having your
That one hits like a truck, but it takes some time to get online. But I think if you're playing Senna Seraphine versus Zeriyumi, you have the time to go for that scaling crit Senna build with the Kraken, Rage Blade and stuff.
poke out the yell before he gets in.
Yeah, pretty much nothing changed.
To get a lead when he got to his level 6 mark, meaning that Corky was just able
Okay, let's see what we get in bans.
right now it's time to get the drama music rolling.
Blue side, I would expect to not ban Kate. Red side probably will. Nami ban. See if we see a Karma ban. From Red, see if we see a Caitlyn ban from Red. See if we see any Silas bans. Varus bans, Syndra bans. Sejuani ban maybe.
So many picks that could go over the bot side.
Fiora ban again. So I'm guessing the top lane of Kiki's delivery service is a Fiora player because Clarity keep banning Fiora. They banned it last game too.
Because it's like a mixture between a hyper carry champion
I don't know why you would ban Fiora on this patch otherwise. Kassadin is a good ban.
and the aggressive champion.
Kassadin, although maybe not on red side. I don't think you would B1 Kassadin, but he is very good right now.
Kassadin and the Sejuani will actually get banned, so
Tanky Senna variation.
Yeah, there's still
I think that can be good.
picks coming out. Like Asante for me personally is going to be
I'm not sure what
day of that
variation though.
champion is so
Karma B1 is available, so is Caitlyn.
and are happy to try and shake it, but usually we do
I think personally I would go Karma because
mid laner saved for later, so
I think part of what Karma does is be so good in lane
just such a key
that she resists Caitlyn. Now into Syndra. Sorry. Caitlyn Morgana maybe?
It's still open if you want to go for that.
I don't know why the Thresh with Caitlyn again.
Countered by some
Why the casters are saying that. Frost or Locket? Maybe.
full counter.
I would just go Morgana because it's a flex. You could also go Sedge for a flex. You could also go Karma for a flex, but Caitlyn Karma... Okay, they're going Karma. They're going Karma.
Karma's stolen away from him.
now. One thing
Maokai? Silas 3. 100% you go Silas 3.
side, it looks like they just really want to
Yeah, just go Silas.
their team. Now on the enemy side of Caitlyn Karma, this Karma can get flexed to top lane or mid lane, but it's
Do
going
it.
to be in this
Do the Silas.
Caitlyn Karma as a bot lane is going to be a
Do it.
big poke you down as much as possible.
Kill him, Fozz. Kill him now. Yes, good.
very heavy like a Maokai Seraphine bot.
Alright, how many red side just win so far? Red side are smashing them. Ban. What do you ban? Mundo? Yeah, that's fine. Maybe Castante as well.
Moving from the bot lane though, I think this Silas has really hit the jackpot because
You know how excited I am about that Silas pick? It's such a good Silas.
ultimate he gets Syndra, so much AD damage he could deal with.
I think
especially the Maokai is
you pick. Oh my god, it's so good.
engage you have to actually pick
It's so good.
see that excels in team fight where there's the
Oh, blue side banned Jarvan as well. Oh my god, the Olaf is insane. It has Karma, and it just runs through everything. Oh, that is such a good Olaf.
so many damage.
Is it top Olaf as well? Oh my god, I'm cooming, bro. This draft is so sick from Clarity. Yeah, Olaf just stacks MR. Like, Olaf with Karma, stacking MR, ignoring Maokai CC, Seraphine CC, Syndra CC, running on top of Varus and Syndra, and GP. Like, Olaf is crazy good.
Olaf is a champion needs
Olaf Ivan? Okay, I don't know about Ivan. I don't know about Ivan here.
so it's really going to be interesting to see where
It's interesting.
priorities because he needs to pick one side and that other side is
I like it, but I think there's better things you could pick.
Both Maokai and Ivan actually offer quite the same things, I would say, with Ivan being more supportive, okay, and the Maokai being like a tankier variation, but still, as you said,
I love Red Side's draft though.
this Ivan is going to focus his attention because if he goes bot side, the range advantage will be in the hands of SG Cloudy, but if he goes top side, this Olaf will just become unstoppable, and together with the whole top side, Silas, Ivan, and Olaf, I think you're just unstoppable, especially after level 6. So if you can actually roll with that and get level 6 faster on those two top side carries, I think that's a really good starting point for SG Cloudy to assess domination again. But do you think that seeing how the bot side performed during the last game,
Up Ivan into GP and Olaf jungle. See, if they wanted to do that, what I would do is just put Karma top and pick Morgana bot. Or some variation of that. I would just pick a... Or they've got Varus Seraphine in bot lane. You can just pick Lux and blast them. You go Caitlyn Lux with Karma top. And put the Olaf jungle. I think that angle I like more. But overall, I really like the red side draft. I think it's such a good Olaf game, like double immobile carries, no terrain scaling, heavy magic damage reliance for blue side. Olaf's going to be a menace. Also, Silas has Varus ult, he has Seraphine ult, he has GP ult, he has Malk. Silas is unleashed in this draft.
actually,
Silas is crazy. Though
I might be
it's a Silas game where his worst ult is Syndra.
getting a triple kill while he was 0 and 3. So I think Olaf, especially this patch, is such a good and strong pick. And I want you to look at who he's being supported by. It's a Karma and it's an Ivern. So two
Where's the Olaf build this game? Trinity Force,
healing.
more of Mal. I think Triforce, more Spirit Visage,
Olaf,
probably.
I think that really supports your point to just send the Ivern over the top side and get this Olaf ahead. Just not letting the GP play, he sure has a way to...
He buys Tabbies for lane, and to stop him dying immediately to Varus. He goes Tabbies and Triforce in lane, and then he gets a more, and then he gets a Spirit Visage.
He can come back into the game.
Maybe he gets the Spirit Visage second?
The break,
I mean, he has 2 enchanters, so he's for sure getting a Spirit Visage at some point.
but again,
It's looking like communications are breaking up behind us. It's looking like crackling and calling is coming from behind. But Saprix, guess what? We have enough to be talking about this game. So, one thing I want to talk about is if you were both of these teams, what would you be telling yourselves? You know, one coming from a back from just winning the game, and one from having quite a heavy defeat.
I think at this moment, knowing Kiki's delivery service, I think I'm rooting for them, and they have they roll again with so many damage threats on 4 different lanes, and with an engaged champion in the jungle this time. So something that can really enable Catcopat and the rest. I'm rolling with it. I really like the composition, and I think they have the right pieces of the puzzle to actually get ahead this game.
Yeah, it's just all about if SGC can get this Olaf into the back, get this Olaf pumping out the damage.
If SGC can get this Olaf into the backline, bro, who's stopping them? Is it Moonstone or Shirelia's Karma?
Arms and leg for the whole entire game and get him off, but we will
Moonstone, Ivan, Shirelia's Karma, I think.
We're gonna find
I think you get one of each,
just a few minutes.
and the Ivan shields more, so you want the Moonstone on Ivan.
see you soon.
But I think having a Shirelia's for your Olaf is really big as well. But yeah, the caster's saying it's all about if SGC can get this Olaf into the backline. No one is stopping him doing that. What do they do about it? Like, oh shit, I just realized it's heavy AP, so Olaf could go chem tank as well, because that's like a pure MR item now, right? So maybe he could pick up chem tank at some point. Yeah, Shirley's wouldn't hurt the Silas either, that's true. Chem tank better than more Visage? Probably not, especially if he's got Shirelia's either. It's either, I guess it's either like chem tank double Moonstone, or not chem tank with a Moonstone and a Shirelia's. I actually can't believe that the blue side team saw Caitlyn last game and went, nah, this champ isn't a problem, let me not ban that. 11 exclamation mark, not a really bad name. Their team name was like something's delivery service. I don't really understand why their tag is 11. I have no idea what SG stands for, but Fozz's team is SG Clarity, so yeah, SGC. But yeah, I have no idea what the 11 exclamation mark is all about.
we are back onto the Rift with game 2 of this beautiful evening matchup with SG Clarity, red side, and Kiki's delivery service over the blue side. We already see some kind
The one thing I will say is it's very interesting having a game where you don't want to play bot side with Caitlyn, but I think it's fine.
Well, with the
Because if you don't pick Caitlyn, they pick Caitlyn, right?
down, remember we see them in this position before, and they
Zoloft need to get ahead or just be even. He just needs to be even, as long as he's not behind.
Olaf, if this Olaf can get ahead, he can
If he gets ahead, he just wins the entire game on the spot. But he doesn't need to.
like a calmer Ivan is the dream of this Olaf. So we're going to have to see if he's able to make chances with this. On the opposite side of his delivery service, the most likely spot to look is going to probably be solo lanes on and these now because those two they play.
You also have to factor who are those champions that could get those kills in the early game. It's gonna be a Sigma who gets earlier the stacks needed to power up her skills, and it's a GP who gets richer and richer every single time he farms. He's just so damn strong. He gets ahead in lane, can perma push the lane, can just 1v2 every single time the enemy jungler just tries to come from him for him.
Now, there is one thing I do want to look at. Is if we look at the Ivan, we can see that he is going to be going for the
Conqueror on Silas over first strike.
but
They have 2 melees. I actually might go fleet this game on Silas. Like, your only job is to survive lane against the Syndra and
getting
scale up.
This Ivan
Is Ivan not just the single best buff stealer in the game? I guess he kind of is. Yeah, he's mid dead.
is just one flash.
He's not dead, but he loses his flash and he loses all pressure over this Silas now.
A really good form of aggression.
I'm not actually aware of what changed with Ivan. I didn't keep up with that.
from his blue buff, got all the
Did they make it easier for him to steal buffs now?
way back, took away the enemy red buff, goes for the gank mid lane, gets the flash away, meaning that Syndra does have to TP back lane while losing a full wave in the mid lane. And take a look, we're going to see this Maokai looking for
I think he should be dead, yeah.
outplayed the enemy team so much.
You look at Ivan's icon.
Oh, harder for everyone else. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, yeah.
Guy has invaded a jungle bot side.
Yeah.
He already has the camps up top side. That's
Why? I mean, we didn't even see First Blood.
Caitlyn grabbing one kill already with Ivan's pro. Still making.
I would be willing to bet that Karma did like 50% of the damage in that kill bot. The Karma is just disgusting.
will only steal. That's a fair.
Okay, no flash Syndra. She dead?
The Maokai, that's no flash on
No
the
cooldowns.
But I think they just don't have a way to kill yet. Just not enough damage. But
Ugh.
still another trade that goes to SG Clarity.
I think Fozz should just hold his E until the wave crashes then, and then they can just dive him with Ivan's shield, right?
On to this Varus, meaning that he is going to be a little bit too low. And then one Q away.
I think Fozz is playing a little too conservative, but it's also fine because they don't need to do anything. It's fine, but it's obviously not optimal.
Maokai have a good idea.
In an ideal world, they should die there.
However, because of this Maokai not flashing in straight away, it allows this Ivan to react to this gank, it allows Silas to re-engage, meaning that overall is going to be a win from the side of SG Clarity in both bot and mid.
Already at 5 minutes, a 1k gold lead at least for SG Clarity, already setting up the pace for this game. It was like that during the first game too. They were the ones to set the rhythm for every single team fight, every single objective. They were the first one every single time, and this seems to be the case.
Varus dead?
already.
He has both sums. How did he die before with both sums?
But look who's coming. It's gonna be the Ivan.
Not Karma's dead. Wait, how did Varus get first blooded with both sums up?
Still a battle of
I didn't even realize he didn't use either of them. That's really weird.
But they still go back into the game. That's quite a nice flash from Jasuchino, grabbing the kill onto the enemy AD carry. That's 2 and 1 to Kiki's delivery service.
Jasuchino said, no, I am not losing 2 games in a row without fighting back. I'm finally on the champion where I can burst someone down, and he is clearly showing it. That first kill got to him, and he is going to make sure that he gets his vengeance, his revenge onto the enemy team. He gets a double kill on him, and now, if I'm on the side of Kiki's delivery service, I have my carry for the game. Jasuchino is the one that we need to watch out for, because if he keeps going the way he does, he could be an absolute menace in these team fights.
Let's actually play a game now that things are different. Let's play Spot the Difference between this game and last game. So, what's the difference of Jasuchino's?
Oh, Varus is going lethality. Varus is going lethality into. Oh no.
Exactly, he has 2 kills this time, and last time he had
Yeah.
2 on the Draven at this point. So, we're really behind.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Olaf is
And this
Olaf is going to be sliding and gliding all over their backline, and there's nothing they can do about it.
overall goal lead, it was 2k behind for Kiki's delivery.
Why are they playing Poke Varus? Do they not know there's this really cool Varus build that's like a hybrid between the Poke build and the on-hit build?
Does not have cleanse herself, so that it
I don't know who came up with it. Some like British porno or something? I don't know. But, like you go Gale Force Bork into like full crit.
That's what kind of setup you have here in the bot side. The Ivan is still fishing for something over the mid lane, while the Marka is the first one at the Dragon. It's a Chemtech Dragon with the bot lane prior being in the hands of Kiki's delivery service. This is just the perfect formula to get a first Drake, I feel.
They all have go Gold Drinker now. I would still go Trinity Force, it hits too hard. And it gives you move speed, and it just is perfect. The item's just perfect for Olaf. Okay, clean by Fozz. Absolutely everything landing. Sheesh! Weaved autos between every spell as well. That was clean.
And that is the power of Karma and Caitlyn. They may but if you're able to find a stunner with the Karma W, there's just not much you can do. But take a look at this Maokai. This is the first time that he's trying to be proactive in this bot lane. He does have flash, or doesn't have flash, sorry. Can he finally engage? He's looking.
Face checks it and can send the Karma back, and there's also GP ultimate, so there's no way of escaping.
That's actually really good for Red. They commit GP ult, they commit Maokai's time. Only get Karma Flash.
GP used the Karma, uses the flash, and the Drake is still on the plate.
But we have to
They really need a reset in bot though. Karma should like mantra Q this wave, I think.
slowly lose the game. We want to see proactivity.
I mean, they're shoving it really quick anyway, but they could have shoved it faster.
Not exactly the way
Because the quicker they get back on the map, the easier it is to play for this Drake.
well played from the team.
They're like, 5-10 seconds behind tempo now because they shoved slowly.
We really like this. The Varus is
Really like min-maxy stuff though, so.
building towards that eclipse, and over the top side is some different story. Speedbig just can't run away from the all.
Because realistically, if Maokai went bot side here, they have a window right now to take Dragon. Because of the slow reset on Caitlyn Karma. You see where Caitlyn Karma are on the minimap? So they could have 4 people on that Dragon right now, and there would be no response from SGC. Because Caitlyn Karma are in their base, there's nothing they can do about it. But Maokai went topside, so it doesn't matter.
Trying to farm up with your bells, trying to farm up with your buckshot. And if you have to like look at a few ways to CS, that's perfectly okay.
I don't think the Varus.
That guy is fucked. I have never seen a man more fucked than that. Also, yeah, Olaf gliding.
I think just it's just gonna be dead from one last net from Alvan's Pro, and that's gonna be one Drake that probably goes to SG Clarity in the end.
Yeah, and this is so sad on the side
This is 2-0.
sorry, Kiki's livery side.
There's nothing they can do.
Like they were trying to become a cohesive
Playing that comp into this comp from behind with Poke Varus,
when what he is. We
not playable.
see wants to go for this Rift Herald. We see that Seraphine has a road up there as well. So then Varus just has to stay under his tower, clear this wave.
Oh my god, as well, the first Drake. Have you ever seen a team that likes the heal and shield power Drake more than this one?
I feel like Lonely Seal
Of all the comps to get a heal and shield power Drake, like,
but while doing that, he was absent in the
that's gonna be nasty.
left completely alone. He lost one wave almost right now from this cave.
Silas Olaf double enchanter.
So right now, Alvan's Pro is actually again really ahead.
I'm in the mid lane.
Okay, Fuzzler!
A nice fight we see on the gap go path with the gang coming off from absolutely Haaland. Again, no flash on the Syndra means that's sure death.
Kitty has got GB, they just win.
Yeah, really good use of the ultimate coming out from Silas as Malphite is trying to
I don't think GP does a lot here. Into Caitlyn, into Karma.
win this fight if they do want to go for this, especially when Ivan's so close and so nearby.
What is Maokai doing, bro? Stop being so cringe. Let them 1v1. They're top laners. He could go Serpents. He could go Serpents. That you're not wrong. That would actually be really. That would be optimal from GP. He should go. He should go Serpents.
2v2 between Speed Peak and the red.
But I mean, that's the Olaf Ivern effect. Like,
Another kill that goes to the Olaf goes to
Yeah, you just can't take a 2v2 fight, especially when the enemy team has an
the thing is, even if he does go Serpents,
side of the map. You just need to play from the
I don't think it even helps. Olaf just runs over them.
that could be a pretty good
Oh, he's going Stridebreaker, not Trinity. I mean,
side like
I don't mind it.
and he hasn't come back since.
He's just a bit biased against GP. Fair enough. And GP's really good at the moment.
Had he actually managed to switch right now? That's exactly one thing he could do over the side with Yanko coming off onto absolute
Oh, into the trap.
damage onto that karma, but look at the Caitlyn, he's hitting his Jasuchino only left with no
Clean by Caitlyn there, by the way, that he squeezed in.
safety up
He actually squeezed in an auto and used the trap to auto reset.
minutes into the game.
Yeah, no, it was looking so good from the
Squeezed in the extra auto on Varus. Was nice. I think that actually got him the kill, maybe.
able to get the huge damage off from
Pretty clean.
as well. However, afterwards it just wasn't going their way as we see the replay coming out.
I will see it on the replay here. So yeah,
Varus ultimate comes out in just a
like the combo is clean, but the fact that he squeezes in the free auto onto Varus as well, using the trap reset, was really nice.
Jasuchino's thought here, just ultimate and just try to layer
So
out
boom, combo, auto Varus, trap reset, and then auto, Gale Force auto Varus.
in. Didn't do anything, but that whole entire time Caitlyn was wailing onto the Seraphine and there was nothing the Varus was doing about it.
I really like this idea by the way. Just going for the cheat.
Yeah, that looks playable.
But,
Oh, he autoed the turret!
the top side, he just can't do anything.
Doesn't even matter.
Even taking 2 tower shots on the Olaf, goes 3-0 right now. He just looks unstoppable.
Yeah, Olaf did get his first.
So yeah, Mythic Ninja Tabbies is what he's gone for. I said Triforce, but he's going Stridebreaker. It's okay. I still think Triforce is better, but
There is no issue. And on top of this,
and then after that he should just go Magic Resist items. More Spirit Visage.
It's exactly
He
what
could go Kentank.
during the draft
Even Force of Nature's fine.
has a con
I think Spirit Visage is better this game because double enchanter, Olaf.
comes online. If this Olaf participates in the next team fights, I think
The thing with Stride is that he has more stickiness. Yeah, I don't think he's struggling. I don't think he's particularly struggling with stickiness here, though. I'm not gonna lie. None of them have any mobility at all, and he has a Karma. So he's gonna have a Shirelia's. He has Karma E move speed. He has Ghost. Like I don't think he's ever struggling this game. The Olaf pick is so good.
Pro and absolutely halal away. With no success for the moment. A bit of a rendezvous of the mid lane just to throw out the
I think Stridebreaker is the most common mythic on Olaf. It could just be that that's why he bought it. Lifesteal? What is he buying? Why is he buying Lifesteal?
And one tower down trying to respond. That's 1 hour and the planets align and 2 kills. Will probably go to Jasuchino and yeah, no
I don't like Hydra at all.
quite a win for Kiki's delivery service.
yeah, no,
I think Stride is the second best item he could get. I just think Trinity's way better.
slowly chipping it away with the
Just prefer Trinity, but I don't think Stride's bad by any means.
maybe a change of fate to Silas, maybe looking for an engage.
As the Maokai ultimate, and there's Daisy behind it. Lonely Seal tries to tank it, but still Tavares getting hit by it, with Daisy charging up and leading the way for an engage. It's
It's a
just
4
2
versus
people for
3.
SG Cloud. He has to flash away actually with 4.
I think if he just goes more of Marmotius and Spirit Visage, he's actually invincible. So
Really like this response. Question away in the mid jungle of SG Cloud is out of the woods.
Yeah, no, really well played from Kiki's delivery service. Getting the gold back into the game, a little bit more gold into the pocket. But we're saying back into the game, they are still 5.2k gold down. So it's definitely not looking too good for them. And they are going to be losing another Drake here. They're going to be needed a lot more like that to be winning this.
Second Drake will go to SG Clarity again. I think the difference is just become smaller and smaller at the moment. With 2 Drakes being taken out by SG Clarity, it's the exact same situation as the first game.
oh my god, the Drakes, man. Normally Cloud Soul, terrible. But look at it this game. How hard does that enable Olaf?
After the second Drake going down, it is gold.
Olaf with Cloud Soul into that draft. Jesus.
Going to be very good for the side of SG Clouty, given Karma her ultimate up earlier, and especially with this Ragnarok as well. the best ones they could have had.
Really like the Shirelia. I really like the Moonstone on the Ivan. You don't really need any overlap between support items. And I think it's gonna show during the next fight at Herald. The vision seems to be just on point for SG Clarity. How do Kikis respond?
Well, with Kiki, you can't go into any of the
Yeah, exactly. They just need to kite the Olaf and then outscale the Ivan. For sure.
So what I'd say is you completely give up this Rift Tail.
While also not giving Silas any of the 4 insane ults that they can give him.
And if they ever dare try to look into you, you just walk away. Just walk away, push to the bot side, and get a bot lane tower, because that's where your gangplank should be pushing it in. But it's looking like they do not go for this choice. Instead, they just try and reset, get as much gold into their pockets as possible for their next fight.
Just can't seem to take action in time. Every single time they are late to all these like really good ideas that they could go for. This GP wasn't already over the bot side, pushing the bot side tower. The mid lane was not pushed away.
So that drafts can look like this.
Just runs away with the Herald.
Well, SGC don't even have a coach, I don't think. I think it's just Fozz
Down the mid tower.
understands drafting really well.
Playing as a team, they are slowly getting their vision line up. As they're pushing the mid lane there, Ivan was on the side getting a control ward into the enemy.
I think Katarina's a pretty bad champion competitive, yeah. In solo queue, she's good.
Olaf is going to be on
But that's because the game's so chaotic that it works.
I want you to also to look at the spots of vision you have over the top side. This Olaf just can play as like however he wants because he has the knowledge.
That's what I mean. Like, Maokai ult's really good for him to just throw while Olaf's running at them. Also, he can just throw GP ult on them while Olaf's running on them. Or he can Seraphine ult through his Olaf. Like,
I want
Silas is,
Drake spawning up in a few minutes.
there's a reason I was so excited about the Silas R3.
Team fight, or do you think he's actually not really needed?
Well, that's like saying, would you rather have a maybe win or full win? Of course you'll take the full win. So Olaf should be in this fight. So if I was this Olaf, I'll push up this top wave and then start roaming down for it. Trying to get a little bit of the pressure in this mid lane. But we still have a little bit of time towards this Drake, so he is allowed to be there. Now, on the side of...
They really did, bro. They really picked Mao. Their B2, B3 was Maokai Seraphine. And I was just immediately like, okay, Silas R3. And then they picked Silas R3. And, yeah.
They need to start ramping up and anything.
That's all she wrote.
About this, the one being sent over the top side to deal with the Olaf, but he's not having exactly the best of times. Mid lane seems to be fully in control of SG Clara now, even setting up bushes to just not let them know when the danger comes. They just block off from the rest of the rift.
That's why I really like coming out from the side of, from this Ivan. It makes a full barrier where you're allowed to stay in your small cage here in the mid lane, and if you go anywhere else, there's going to be a bush there, and we are going to be there ready to kill you. As they do keep barreling down.
It's okay, when GP gets one more crit cloak, they'll win.
Nature's advance off from the Maokai just to try and see mid lane now. Even the Herald being put.
Was that Herald expiring? Because I think... Oh my god.
Mid lane with the Olaf rushing over with the berserk.
Kind of griefing, no?
Killed in the end, and
Little bit of 10 points to grief indoor gameplay there.
Seraphine. 4 people now trying to abandon ship. I want you to look at Kika's already served. That's quite a nut flash. And the planets aligned to get a double stun with a kill onto absolutely halal. 2 kills go to Kika's delivery service.
You know what's crazy? He has Hydra components. Imagine he had the Hex Drinker and, like, components instead. Maybe he actually kills someone.
Olaf may be strong, but when you walk in 1v1,
Yeah, with more he wins that, right? Yeah, exactly.
here is, you do have an Ivan, you do have a Kara behind you, but take a look, he's all on his own. His whole entire team is so far behind him that it's a 1 versus 5. Then afterwards, re-engage the
Yeah, even Sterax would be better than Hydra, but more is
get to see in a second.
crazy.
Comes out right now, getting a 2-man stun. Flash coming out as well from the Pharaohs. And
Yeah, he does have very good base AD. It's another reason that I like Trinity so much.
well played from the side of the getting themselves in a way where they can engage and fight for this Drake. They decided not to, but take a look at this goal. It's only 4k now.
Only 4k now. The third Drake is going to go to SG Clarity anyway, and they quickly turn their attention back over the mid lane, trying to get again that domination over this side of the map. But I really like how Kiki's delivery service played really calm, composed. They knew their limits, they knew what they could do, and they actually responded well to the Olaf. But now they have to respond to a Baron.
I think this is actually a really good Baron, because how in the holiest name of fuck are Blue going to do anything about it? And because they have double enchanter, they can just keep doing this forever. Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind.
Stun from Catgopat and huge damage done onto that Karma. Still, that last bit of damage doesn't land on.
All right, guys. Let's have a pop quiz. What did red team do wrong there?
They're trying to push the mid lane, but they have to respond this time.
Very, very important concept. Very important concept as to what red did wrong there.
Well, Kiki's delivery service has well 6,000 HP onto that Baron. Kiki's delivery service, they need to do this fast because look at the mid lane. SG Clardy is looking for the mid lane. He's looking for the Nexus. He's looking for the inhibitor, but no, the Baron is still gonna go to Kiki's. And it's only 3 members from SG Clardy pushing up this mid lane, pushing up the inhibitor.
Split up and not zone them in. I mean, I guess that's true. The thing I was looking for is they just walked into a choke. They're playing against Syndra, Varus, Seraphine, and they just walk into a choke point instead of just staying in. When they're in the open, like, what are Blue doing to them? But if they all walk into a choke and get Syndra stunned, Varus queued, Seraphine ulted. They can legit just stay where they are. Like, but they all walk into this choke, boom. Boom. Seraphine ult actually completely missing. If he used that on top of the Syndra stun, that'd be really good for Blue.
Giving them a good way back in this game. And take a look at this gold lead. It's only 1k now.
Yeah, the hopes are looking really bright for Kiki's delivery service, but I think you have to give it to Catgopat during the last team fight, hitting that 3-man scat of the week over the front line and backside of SG Clardy. Dealt the most of it. I have to feel like Caitlyn
Olaf is building more AD. Like, bro,
but still, it's looking really bright.
if you build tanky, you cannot die. Yeah, Olaf's allergic to EHP. Exactly.
You try to look for a pick as 4, as 5, as 3. How do you actually manage from this point on? Because he could actually get overwhelmed by
Also, why does Ivan have Tech Putrefier? Is it just for Seraphine? I feel like that's not worth. I feel like you could just go like Ardent or Redemption even. Redemption would be really nice. So Chinese Jack's building Zhonya's. He does have a lot of AP ratio now. I could see that. Get him, Fozz! Get him, Fozz! Yeah, Fozz! Boom! Why is that Olaf ulting and running away? What's going on? How did this happen? Why was Caitlyn in front of Olaf? What's going on? Oh, the GP orange. Oh, they need anti-heal for the GP oranges. You're right, bro. I forgot. Sorry. It's actually illegal of me to forget that. I mean, GP's level 13 with Navori double quick cloak. He's online. He is certainly online. Actually, based on the way that the gold is distributed on delivery service, do you actually go Death Stance on Olaf now? Just because all their gold is on their physical damage dealers? No, probably still Spirit Visage. And there's Cloud Soul Olaf.
happened.
That's gonna be fun to play against.
Snowball rolling for SG Cloudy at the moment. They have 4 Drakes. They've grabbed 1 Herald so far this game. They have so much vision into the enemy. They have 1 mid inhibitor. But Kiki's delivery service have shown that can actually...
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's almost even right now. Look at the bounties on the GP and the Maokai's head.
Would you like me to tell you a scary thought?
Sure.
Olaf with Cloud Soul. Oh, it's not just a thought, it is reality. Because remember, the Cloud Soul gives you extra speed when your ultimate is on. And it gets extra speed from Ragnarok and can't be stopped. Especially with the armor behind you that gets speed with her ultimate as well. Oh,
Oh my...
that is going to be devastating in the next fight. So the way they have to play this is make sure that Olaf is not there. If you do spot out this Olaf in the top side, you need to find and engage quickly in the spot lane. As GP might be getting caught out.
That's speed peak again with Daisy quickly dashing over to him. Only the Olaf is left alone over the top side. Instead, over the bot side is going to be 1 tower taken down by SG Cloudy. And still a lot of vision with pings at the Baron I see on the map.
Guys, maybe Olaf just likes the challenge.
Next focus.
You know?
Red side team.
Yeah, remember Maokai does not have flash, so we can't.
If he wanted it to be easy, he would make it easy.
Kiki's delivery service is going to be a little bit more slow, a little bit methodical. And I'm not sure how they're going to look up to this Baron, because if they go...
He's not going Death's Dance, he's going Death Cap. Challenge run.
just walk in and terrorize the whole team.
Yeah,
I have DMs in Discord, hang on.
like, until this Olaf has the Iron and has the Karma on his back, he's just going to be unstoppable. We've seen him die twice so far this game. One time he was completely alone. He was rushing, was too far from the Karma and from the Ivan, so they couldn't really do much. But if they stay and they stick together, I think it's all doom and gloom. His delivery service. Now, it's again a Baron situation. We've seen them last time. It was a GP ultimate opening up the action and blocking SG Clarity from doing the Baron, but I think this time is going to be quite...
Right, this time, when you're doing this Baron, just stand your ground. Don't try and go on them.
We'll have to
Okay, they're not even contesting it.
try and fight for this. It's looking like they're not. It's looking like they might be looking for a pick onto this Olaf in the bot lane. It will give them a little bit of leverage against this Baron pick. But it's all about if they
That guy should not be there.
a lot of damage. He's an absolute beast in this, and he may just be able to run away.
Hey, didn't even need his ghost. He should base. He should just base and buy his Death Stance. He for sure has enough gold, right? He just ate a wave and got Baron. But it's 525, I think, or 625 to complete Death Stance. From all the he's inting. He's actually inting. This guy, man. This guy's trying to tilt me. Bro, stop.
And the siege is strong, but can you actually do it? That's the nature's advance from Fozz Manic. Speed big charges up the barrels.
It is a 4v5, remember that.
I mean, he had enough gold for his Death Stance, he bought it. I don't know why he wouldn't just base and buy his Death Stance, and he can either TP to his team, or he can just go back to side lane.
Yeah, it's looking like they won't be able to get much more from this. But Maokai is a little bit alone here. He doesn't have his team behind him.
Actually pops the ultimate, but it's only an Ivan and the Silas on him, and I think this Ivan...
Oh, Fozz! Fozz! Oh, Jesus! He has a family, bro! Bro, auto-attack him. There we go. Olaf figured out how to play the game. Good job, Olaf. You did it. You did it, bro. What a hero. All you, man. All you. Did he just say what a close game this was? Were we watching the same game? I'm sorry. This one was close? They have 1 tower. They didn't get a Drake. Huh? They're down 6k gold. Oh, if this is a close game, I want to see a stomp. Let me just message Fozz.
This game and during the last game.
Game was pretty free, but your Olaf
Bot side is gonna carry
decided to make it hard. For some reason.
also Fozz Maniac on that constant threat, Colkey Silas. He just does it all. Everything seems to work out for SG Clarity, but we are talking about Kiki's delivery services. Power Spike. They are 2-0 down in a best of 5. The masters of reverse sweeps. I think it's time.
I think it is definitely time for Kiki's to show why they are known to be the comeback kings. But remember, we won't be able to find out just yet because we will be going for a small break. We will see you very shortly for maybe the last game.
Convince casters of stand-up comedians. Okay, bro, don't get me cancelled, bro. I don't even know if I'm allowed to be streaming this, right? Let's not call the casters comedians. Let's be nice. Don't get me in trouble. What did Fozz say? Fozz said we had some comms issues here. Our ADC was going insane after his triple tap thingy. Oh, okay, yeah, I mean... That play was clean as fuck, to be fair. Sounds like they were having a bit of fun in comms on SGC. They should really like they can win the series next game, right? So they should really clean it up and just focus. But the first game, the drafts were nothing special. The second game, they just demolished them in draft. Like SGC did, obviously. So we'll see what happens in game 3, I guess. Those games look like streamers versus viewers. This is the finals, bro. So I guess Fozz just too good. The Fozz maniac, bro. Am I coaching SGC? I am not. No. I'm just very good friends with the mid laner. Trust me, if I was coaching SGC, that Olaf would not be buying those items. That's all I'm saying. Ah. I'm messaging Fozz. Time to draft Ivan again, but bamboozle them and put it mid lane. There we go. Told Fozz to go Ivan mid. I wonder if, by the way, this LCK team's on who will win the LCK thing. I wonder if they have inside information from scrims and Dom1 are just smacking people. Because everyone voting Dom1 when I would put them like 3rd place seems really suspicious. And the only way that can be true is if Kana is in good form. Because we've seen 2 very different versions of Kana. We've seen the Kana that was on T1 that made it to semi-finals, who was like good but sometimes shaky. And then there's the Nongshim Kana, which... But again, he wasn't set up for success on that roster. You know, so many things went wrong with that roster around COVID, around changing players, and all sorts of stuff went wrong for them. So I think Kana has the potential to be a top 3 top laner. There's no way he's the best. But he could be top 3 when he's like really in form. But he also has the potential, given last split, but again, maybe the circumstances just weren't right. But he has the potential to underperform as well, so... I think he's kind of similar to Doran in that aspect, where like he can be very good, he can also let people down. Donkey has the best mid jungle maybe in the world. Yeah, they for sure have the best mid jungle in the world. Canyon Showmaker, I don't. They're on another level. Well, the interesting thing is I don't think we have ever seen Canyon Showmaker play with an elite AD carry, but now they have Deft. And I have no idea what that's going to look like, but it's really exciting.
Important announcement we have to make, because I'm reading the script for this best of 5, and I think someone has left the best of 5 option open, the reverse sweep option open. So I think this was all rigged from the start, and we're gonna see actually a reverse from Kiki's delivery service after a 2-0 start from SG Clarity in the first 2 games. I mean, it's an exciting one. I think it's one of the best scripts. But would you have expected it at the beginning?
Wait, sorry, I'm calling the president right now of Cobalt Wins League. I think he's telling me that there is a reverse sweep incoming from Kiki's delivery service. Apparently, it's been scripted this whole entire time, like you said before. But apparently, we're not allowed to leak it.
Oh wait, are we live?
Okay, let's restart. Anyway, guys, hello.
No, Dogdam and Ghost were never bad. They're just not elite AD carries, like Deft, Ruler, Viper, like that sort of caliber. I would also put Gumayushi in there. Maybe Jackie Love too.
The 2 first place teams of both groups in Division 2 clash against.
I think Hope was very, very good in 2022 as well. I was really impressed by Hope.
Almost a stomp during the second one, and I think this time we're going to see a third one.
The biggest surprise out of AD carry was Prince. I'm very excited to see FlyQuest because Prince was so good in LCK.
Laughter and jokes from the darkest of
Prince was actually crazy.
I think this is probably the toughest situation.
Guy just came out of nowhere.
So it's time to get those jokes rolling.
Yeah, there's plenty of jokes we can make in the next game.
LCK and NA always gets washed up. Maybe. I think it depends. I think the exceptions are like Impact and Core JJ. Not that I think those players are like on the same caliber as current LCK players, but they're still better than all of NA, you know? Berserker, I don't think Berserker's been there long enough to comment. But Berserker just completely smashed the league. Like, he made them all look like idiots. I think Prince is going to do the same thing. I think Prince is just going to make the North American AD carries look like fools, because that guy's on another level. I'm also very hyped for Bo, and I'm excited to see Photon play as well. To play alongside Bo, because I think Photon has the potential to pop off in EU. I actually have I have Photon on my fantasy LEC team. I did fantasy LEC with my World of Warcraft guild. So my team in fantasy is Photon, Malrang, VTO, Hans Summer, and Hillisang. That's my fantasy team. I think it's pretty solid. How good was Photon? He was very good. I think he was maybe the second best top laner in Korean challenges, like in LTK Academy. He was T1's top laner. He's no Zeus, you know, where you look at him in solo queue and in Korean Challenger and you go, Jesus Christ, this guy's gonna take over the world. But, like, no one's Zeus. Whereas, I would compare him to Berserker, where it's like he's a very promising rookie that came off of T1.
And I can't wait to see what happens during the second game. I'm gonna get the draft music rolling, I think, in just a few seconds, but meanwhile...
I actually, so we had a 10-man league, right? So, and the pick is like ladder, so it was player 1, player 2, player 3, player 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, me. And then it reversed, so then it was me again, and then it went 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then all the way at the end of the draft was me. Like, I was the literal last pick of the draft, and this is where I got Malra. Right at the end. I went here. I wanted Bo, but Bo had already gone. Here I picked up VTO Hans Sama. Yeah. And then it went 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Me again. So here I picked up Photon Hillisang. And then again it went 9, 8, 7, 6, you know, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then me. And this is where I got Malrang. But I think, given that I got last pick in the draft, I think I ended up pretty well.
Yeah, the problem was he just didn't have the lead.
This is definitely the worst part of last pick, like having this literal final pick. But the double back-to-back pick is actually quite nice. Although having 9 people pick players before you even get a chance to touch them is also really sucky, because like Bo was gone, Caps was gone, you know, everyone that you would really want to get were gone. But I was happy with VTO Hans Summer on 10-11.
He took more of a facilitating role, getting on Maokai's
They didn't have an LCK one. I really wanted to do LCK, but there just wasn't one. Oh, we're in draft. Let's go! Drafting! Okay, clarity on blue. I don't know whether they chose it. No, loser chooses, right? So that means that Kitten, whatever, delivery, whatever they are, they chose red. Viego ban. Let's see if we see the weird Fiora ban from SGC again. But I would want to see Karma ban, leave Caitlyn open, look to pick Caitlyn. Maybe Silas ban on blue. They're banning Kassadin. Okay. So I don't know why you banned Kai'Sa on red side. Sejuani makes sense. Nami denies Lucian Nami. I don't know. I don't really think you would want to do that on like B1 though. The Karma ban is there. We'll see if we see Silas. We'll see if we see Kate. Oh no, we should see Caitlyn. Yeah, why would we not see Caitlyn? For some reason in my head, the Kai'Sa ban was Caitlyn, but it's not. So Varus Karma, Karma's banned, so you can't go Varus Karma. Varus Syndra, interesting. Morgana. Like, whenever I see this, I just think, yeah, you just go Morgana. But they never do. So maybe SGC don't play Morgana, because they never pick it. It's very strange.
At this point, we're just running back the last game's draft. You take the core that
I don't like Thresh, but that's fine.
service in the Varus and
Silas again.
I think that's a pretty good
Silas actually blocks a lot of picks. Oh, don't pick Renata into Silas.
picks that were probably the protagonists of their own.
Ordinarily, I would like Varus Renata, but
So,
okay. I mean, so the Varus Renata is good. I like the lane into Caitlyn Thresh. The issue I have with it is that you're giving Silas Renata ult, which is not as bad as Maokai ult. So I still kind of like the Varus pick. Not the Varus, the Renata pick.
one also
But yeah, you're giving Silas some good options with Varus and Renata ults.
deal really well with melee carries, and Silas is exactly one of them. So
I think you could go Poppy on 4.
jungle,
You go Poppy on 4 for
again, some melee
on R4.
for more range to deal with this Renata, because otherwise
Blocks Silas, blocks Thresh engage, blocks Caitlyn E trying to get out.
Sorry, to quickly change subject. Talk about
Kane? Just a random Kane? Don't go Vi.
so we know that Cassandra and Mundo are
Don't go Vi.
or the top two champions that you can pick.
Okay, Wukong's fine.
Instead of, allowing one or two of them to go through,
Ivan? Did they lock it? No, they didn't. Wukong.
interesting.
Wukong's pretty good.
The glass scary ult. We can
What do you do on 4-5 here?
only Silas is the one that wants to go in.
you really need to see what
Gragas?
they have 14
I think maybe Gragas for top.
they need to
And,
jungler.
no!
One of them, and that's a single target ability. That's a single target engage against a Renata. Not exactly.
Okay, unironically, the R5 now is you go Wukong top and Morg jungle.
Dying, and you can be sure of that. Aurelion Sol,
Wukong top, Morg jungle wins the game.
it's looking really
I think.
amazing, but I don't think it's going to be the case at the moment. It's the top side missing right now. And
Yeah, Wukong's not even terrible into Cannon. Like, he gets bullied a little, but it's fine. He can survive. Oh, he's really good into Ornn as well. You just play Wukong top. Ornn jungle. Ornn jungle. Morg jungle.
Which I think could actually be a really good pick into the enemy team if they want to play for this side lane. Now the important thing is with Yorick.
You would get dicked by Wukong top
Yorick trying
and Morg jungle R5. 1 out.
think about it though. During the first two games, delivery service actually didn't really come on top of team fights.
Luke is real bad versus Ornn, isn't he? Doesn't he just
Coming in
win as soon as he has Sundara?
elsewhere on the map, and having him on the Yorick this time, this is a completely different approach that I truly enjoy from Kiki's delivery service.
I feel like with the old Sunfire, yeah, but with the new tank items, doesn't Ornn just not have enough damage to move Wukong, like, at all?
If Renato is able to get off a big ultimate in these team fights, it could change the course of the bout, allowing the Wukong to engage in afterwards and get themselves a win in them.
And you should also keep in mind that Vi has a single target engage and Renata has a single target bailout. So one of them is coming on top in the end. If the bailout actually works, the Vi Silas combo will just
Yorick, though?
sustain in the end, and that's a combo you usually base your team fights around. So this Renata has a pretty huge responsibility
Yorick.
of keeping either the Syndra or the Varus alive.
Yeah, it's looking like team fight is the way that SGC won the last two games, and they are not changing it here. So we only are a few minutes away from
Yorick seems okay.
delivery service is going to make it.
The thing is, if they want to play like this Yorick style, right? Illaoi is just insane in this draft. You would just go Illaoi.
What the script of Kiki's delivery service
But Yorick's okay.
making it to game 5.
I mean, I think SGC will win,
No, not yet.
but I don't like their draft.
Okay, not yet.
I didn't like the Thresh pick. I hate the Vi pick.
Last two games, I think
The Ornn blind is fine.
good image of SG Clarity. They know what they're doing.
I would have gone Gragas, but
They were first in their groups. They were 10 and 2.
Gragas just deals with Wukong.
They didn't lose
Way
a
better.
single playoff match. I think this is going to be a 3-0.
Yeah, 3-0 would make most sense. Remember, Kiki's delivery service is known for their comeback. We'll have to see if they can get themselves far enough ahead in this game, where he's able to be this absolute pushing menace they can.
I really hope they don't go poke Varus again on red.
They need to play it very carefully. They can't have people randomly picked off. They can't take
Do Gale Force poke? do the Poro build.
Works perfectly to get the team come to work.
Yeah, they have so many ways of engaging actually. One chain of corruption brings the Scat of the Week, brings the Cyclone from the Wukong, so the execution seems easy on paper. But again, you're probably playing 4v5 because this Yorick won't be visiting any sort of team fight. He won't be joining any sort of parties, bot side or mid lane. So I'm really curious to see how will they do it using just 4 members of their team against 5.
With Yorick, he should be winning this top lane matchup without any help. However, it is an Ornn. Ornn deals a buttload of damage for being classed as a tank, so I'm expecting this Wukong to be focusing around this bot side as well for the Vi. So it's really going to be down on the junglers if they're able to find a fight. And especially in this mid lane. In this mid lane, if I was on the side of SGC, I would be trying to take the fights because you are going to be winning them.
I just don't understand why they're always giving Caitlyn. Because they played blue side with Caitlyn open, but they just didn't pick it.
You can actually match Lonely Seal while Lonely Seal can't really match you. So if Lonely Seal is going to play for the bot,
And also, I think I've talked about this with Fozz a lot. My favorite answer into Caitlyn is Ashe Karma.
this Silas is probably going to have
They're banning Karma every single time they B1 Caitlyn.
over the last few games with Kafka ban not
So they're covering their B1 really well with their bans.
and he's again on the Syndra, he's again
SGCR.
mobile champion, immobile mage that can't really run away easily from that.
Varus Karma too is good.
During the next minute, during the first minute, because that's the deal breaker for me. We're gonna go back after a small break. See you guys then.
I agree though, the Caitlyn is a problem and they're just not acknowledging it. Yeah, I really want to get over this flu so that I can play solo queue and actually play well. Because, you know, when you have like flu or a cold or something and your head's really like cloudy, like it's hard to focus, I have that. So if I play solo queue, I'm gonna play bad. So I've just been playing normal games with some friends and laying in bed, watching a lot of movies, drinking tea with honey in it, you know? The standard. I might go and make a cup of tea, actually. I've got 3 minutes to make a cup of tea. I'll be back shortly. I'm gonna put the coffee... I don't have the coffee break thing on. Yeah. There you go. It says coffee, but I'm getting tea. Yeah. BRB. Hello. Oh shit. I spilled tea on my keyboard. Oh no, and there's a bot. Everything's going wrong. I've got spam bots. Spam bots and I spilled tea on my keyboard. No. It's okay, I know what to do. You just turn the keyboard upside down and wipe it. Fixes it every time. As long as you do it quick enough and the tea doesn't like go into the keyboard, it just drips straight back out and you like put the tissue between the keys and stuff. All fine. There we go. Everything's back to normal. Yeah, you know, because I have the flu. I have like a lot of friends from mainland Europe, and I have a couple of friends from Canada and America, and they're like, "Oh, while you're ill, you should drink tea. You should drink tea with honey in it." And I'm like, "You think I wasn't drinking tea already? I'm British. Like, I do that when I'm not ill, you know." I need to get something for one of my friends real quick. Alright, nearly time to start again. Well, we're on 0. Is there a prize pool? I don't know. I'd have to ask Fozz. I'm not actually sure. I think there is. I do think there is. Oh my god, my throat feels so much better drinking this tea. Like, I've had like 2 sips already. It just is heaven, man. My throat felt like sandpaper, and oh, it's so smooth going down. No sexual. Average British person, yeah. No, Saka, isn't it funny? Like, Haley, Christina, loads of people, they all tell me, oh, you should drink tea. Mel said as well. Mel was like, you should drink some tea. I'm like, you really think I'm not doing that? I'm British. Drinking it with some honey in? Yes, sir. Damn, that's a lot of money for a prize pool. Okay, we're in.
Back onto the Rift for the 3rd time this evening. With Division 2 finals, we've had quite a high break with the technical difficulties on one side, but we're back right now. And there's already 5 people over the bot side, so you know this game is going to be good. But still, 2 Titans were looking to clash against each other at the beginning, but one Titan just seems to be way too powerful at the moment, which is SG Clarity right now. Being 2-0 up of Kiki's delivery service in this moment. And they're looking to go even further, going 3-0 in finals will be such a high fashion victory.
Kiki's delivery service is 1 loss away from missing out from victory. Missing out from a whole entire season hard fought, being the top of their group in dominating fashion. Going out 0-3 is definitely. Remember what Kiki's delivery service is best. They're best at coming back from a deficit, so we're going to have to see if they're able to make it. They have a team comp to do it. They have the players to do it, but can they do it themselves? The nerves are definitely going to be high in this game. There is going to be in the spot lane maybe a little bit of poking, maybe a little bit of fighting. I feel like today is going to be a bloodbath of a game.
I really love the fact that they took the core that
10 bags of chips. The 0 is over, Lysander, yeah. 10 bottles of beer is for sure better than chips. Oh my god, what? Okay. I was just about to say I slightly prefer Red Team's draft. But, I mean... No, Perks, Xbox, close your eyes, bro. Close your eyes, it's all gonna blow over. It's gonna be okay. It's all gonna be okay, man. I'm just gonna drink my tea and pretend that didn't happen. So we've got a fresh game. Somehow Varus is down 9 CS. I don't know how that happened. He's just, you know, nothing happened at all. Just, I don't know. It's hard to get the CS into Caitlyn, I guess. Ooh, that cancel from Fozz though. Not gonna lie, Fozz kind of clean on this Silas, no? Both games, guys kind of swifty with it. Yeah, I don't know. They just keep giving them Kate. They even, when they were on red side, they got Kate. Like... I don't like that Yorick took Like, I don't like that Yorick put a point in W. Why would you put a point into your W in this lane at level 3? Why wouldn't you just go 2 points Q and smack the guy? Because the Ornn E destroys it anyway, right? Because it's terrain. Like, you take it maybe like level 4, maybe level 7. But I feel like you can just spam points into Q. Yeah, true. Give him a knock-up on the wall as well. Yeah, I feel like it's just wrong to take the W at all this early. Oh, T. Yo, Yorkshire Tea, if you're watching, if you want a sponsor, I'll do it for free. Preferably I'd do it for money, but I will do it for free. W is broken versus Ornn E? How come? It doesn't reach Yorick. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Maybe it's worth taking then. But still, maybe not at level 3. Maybe I would still take the extra point in Q, because that's a lot of damage. Because I don't think Ornn should be Eing in on Yorick either. Yeah, level 4. Level 4, okay. Luckily for us, we've got the Ornn expert in Omega here to tell us how it's done. Also Yorick. This guy in scrims would just get the most random solo kills. He would just be playing like Ornn into, I don't know, fucking Camille or some shit. And he would just kill her out of nowhere. And it's like, okay. Yorick just wins after one item? Yeah, I can see that.
Right now the question is, how does this Varus try to further up his advantage? He's one kill up. Caitlyn has one.
Omega would have killed this Yorick by now.
That's already enough advantage and enough gold you could have to match the enemies. How do you manage to respond to this?
Okay! Omega cosplay! Flash auto, boom! Omega cosplay! Actually kind of clean though.
The power of an empowered slap coming out from both sides.
It is legit Omega.
What's that champion in the top lane? Haven't seen it in so long. Yorick, there we go. The grave digger himself. He tried to go with the flash auto attack.
Yorick, no!
Which is slightly too tanky, meaning that he wasn't able to kill, putting him in a really bad situation allowed or to re-engage that fight and get himself a kill.
It's pretty amazing to see how
Can he get his base off? Come on! Oh, he's out. He's out. There's no way he's not out. No, he cancelled his own recall. I think he should have committed to it. Unless... Guy's just too tanky. The guy is just too tanky. The Forge God himself.
Yeah, it's looking like Thresh may be looking for Psyche in the bot lane, but it does not land. One thing that I keep seeing is like pinging on where he thinks the enemy jungler is. So whenever you see on the map, you might see Vi just do a random ping here or there. It's most likely just saying, I think he's going to be here. I think he's going to be there. Allowing the laners to do what they want. Thresh knows that he's allowed to fight this bot lane.
By the way, Perks, what item do you like second on Caitlyn? Like, just in general. Because everyone buys Rapid Fire, and I think it's just bad a lot of the time. I feel like it should be LDR, or like... maybe even like a Bork build.
And the Caitlyn Thresh lane can just play however they want. Now, the dragon is up the map. It's a hextech dragon, that's a pretty powerful dragon, but not a dragon that a jungler can do alone.
LDR or PD? Yeah, that makes sense.
3 members from each side.
One should go Bammies, Wardens, Frozen Heart, Jack Show. Bammies, Wardens Mill. Okay, yeah. I see. Actually, yeah, Warden's Mail's crazy against Yorick, right? Because you get the... Do you get the individual damage reduction on every ghoul hit? So you reduce a ton of damage? If that works, that's pretty smart.
Is walking towards the top side and is dealing with the Herald side thing. This is probably going to be a Drake 4 Kickers delivery service if they wake up in time. But look at the back side. They're actually going up. got spotted on the bot side river, and Katgabat is going to give the necessary respect for it.
Nice.
How to keep
That's really
it
cool.
on right now, because the Vi is still doing the Herald and actually takes it out in just a few seconds.
Gale Force RFC Collector, the Lucian special, bro. The Lucian special. Why delaying IE spot? He's just memeing. He's just memeing. Don't listen to him, bro. He's just memeing.
Quickly flashes away from danger. Still the Syndra ultimate. Two Syndra ultimate. A lot of
He's shitposted in my Twitch chat. It's not Twitch, in my YouTube chat.
in the mid lane.
Big mistake coming from the Vi there. The Vi tried to look for the flash Q, meaning that Syndra had no time to react. However, afterwards, he decided in the top lane.
That is a dead Silas. See you later, Fozz.
The gods again.
Oh, Fozz, you wasted flash.
Him up, but over the mid lane, that's another kill.
Fozz, you dingus.
Getting onto Fozz Mania, getting his first kill.
Yeah, the on build sounds very good.
Syndra powering
Like Bami's for
jungle is truly coming on.
lane, and then Warden's Mail is so good that it warrants going Frozen Heart as a first item. Like the Warden's Mail interaction with Yorick ghouls, it does sound very, very good.
The virus has backed up, and the Thresh gets the easy hook onto him. One kill for each member of the bot side.
Yeah, Thresh didn't have to take the kill there, but a little bit unlucky from here, trying to get a little bit of damage. Remember, quick thing about the Silas in this mid lane.
Fozz reconnected? Man's DCing.
On his side, it's a little bit more understandable in this game compared to usual.
That could be one of the reasons that the Wukong actually got a kill onto Fozz Maniac. But it's still, it's a 30 CS difference almost.
So,
between Katgabat
there's a real possibility that later in the game, SGC are going to need to do the thing.
on the side.
You remember the thing that you guys couldn't figure out with the Trundle? I had to tell you to send both of your solo laners to answer it and then double TP to the objective. There's a real chance that they're going to need to do that, because I don't think they can deal with Yorick with either one of them. Like, they need both.
It felt like even
They for sure need both of them.
Yeah, I mean, both those teams are basically acting up as how we picture them at the beginning. With
Ornn
Hardy
can't deal with him, and Silas can't deal with him. But together,
King's delivery service, the ones who can come back even from the darkest of situation. And in this
As a
moment,
team.
Game 3, with SG Clarity being 2-0, both of those roles actually come in clutch and come in action. And I can't wait to see
Ugh.
get the
pretty quick Gale Force from Kate.
they're off to a good start, getting a first win. Fine.
I'm not gonna lie, Thresh looks a bit useless.
like Renata is
Like, what is Thresh doing this game?
really nice to see. It's good to see when your support does try and support the rest of the team and doesn't stay to the bot lane here. A nice ward from Thresh as well does spot out the Wukong is in the bot lane, knowing that there may be
Build BC on anything else you give up stickiness.
Ran out 3.
Compared to what item?
Moving in the enemy jungle right here with the Caitlyn, the Thresh, and the Vi now. Quickly returning to the Vicious
Cyrilda?
set up, trying to defend that one.
Cyrilda Bork, okay. I think it depends on your champion. So,
Only part that's really unstable for
like, Ilaoi fucking loves Black Cleaver.
CS at
But Ilaoi doesn't need to be sticky
still a lot
because her E doesn't move. You know, her E can't run away from her.
of game, so
I think Yorick should go Cyrilda, yeah. I think you're right.
point on.
as the Ornhorn does come out into the top lane, seems like there's a big fight.
Yep, he actually does get the knockup, and that's one last slap that gets the Yorick. And again, that's again.
Cyrilda's a very good item, though. It's pretty underrated. Like, Cyrilda's better than Black Cleaver on Aatrox, for sure.
In the bot lane,
Cyrilda's so good on Aatrox.
want to leave here. Renata does have the
But I actually think a good 3-item build has both of them.
Silas is on his way, and the Varus
Something like an Eclipse, Black Cleaver, and Cyrilda as your 3 items. It's really hard.
corruption.
But then you're missing Death Dance, so it depends if you need the defense.
The area 51 of this bot side. It's going to be the
It
first
isn't
tower
just
getting taken down by
off
SG Clarity.
It is an absolute destruction of a bot lane. Like grave digging that whole site for as much gold as possible. Going from all 5
Cleaver might be a little overstat next patch, though. They're giving it like I think it's like 350 gold of stats or something. For free? So maybe Cleaver just kind of becomes a little bit overstat, kind of like Hydra was.
Where do you put the Renata? Where do you put the Varus? Who do you send
Yeah, they're giving it 50 health and 5 AD.
side and let the
No change to cost. They're just giving it an extra 50 health and an extra 5 AD.
well, remember the
Why the hell is Ornn 2040 CS up into Yorick? Because he solo killed him and top cap. That's it. There's nothing else to say.
Fight these fights. So we'll have to see if they do want to go for a 4v4 and just hope that they don't allow this onto team.
Kate rotated into mid. I think you could actually rotate Kate into top and then take top tower and just put Yorick even more behind, because I think the side lane Yorick is like their biggest, one of their biggest win cons. Oh wait, they're playing for Drake. I'm dumb. They can't put Kate top. Maybe they can do Drake and then base and then put Kate top?
Completely dominated by SG Clarity at the moment, and they need to walk into a Caitlyn seal. Already pops up the copy down there to run away from the Caitlyn. It's quite a standoff war now.
It is a standard. We're gonna have to see who is going to.
Does Kate not have, like, there should be a... Oh, the traps are all the way back there. The traps should be... Can you see my mouse? The traps should be along here, you know, like in this line. I don't know. I think you can see my mouse. Like that, in a line. But the traps were here. Makes it a little bit more awkward for blue to play. Red get Drake. I think the biggest problem that SGC had here was like not having this trap line here. It's one of the nicest things about having Kate, is you can just deny entry to the, like, directly into the pit. And then if they walk around, they can't get out. Yeah, Kate eBayed the traps. Yeah, he did. My Kate ordered her traps from wish.com. Imagine getting solo killed twice and Yorick still has prio. Nah, bro. Yorick's just better than him. The Yorick's just like playing better. You wouldn't understand. Wait. Am I wrong, or were Clarity not banning Fiora every game? And then this game they left it open, and they picked Ornn, Vi, Silas. And then on R5 they picked Yorick instead of Fiora. Am I wrong? Did they ban it in second rotation, maybe? They banned it in 4-5, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, the Fiora would be ridiculous here. Even like nerfed Fiora would still be good, because Caitlyn Trap is a free stun on someone if you QW into it. Vi becomes, like, there's just one less target you can Vi. Really good matchup into the Ornn. Beat Silas in the side lane as well, so whatever way they orchestrate it, they're not winning. I don't think it even matters that it's nuked Fiora. You just... Is that guy dead? He has no flash. Goodbye. Bro, hit him. Don't you hate when your jungler does that, Omega? They just like stop hitting the guy. Like, kill him! It's not even like you particularly want the Ornn to get the kill. Like, jungler's been OP since 11 seasons? Only 11? I don't know, I think it's like 13 of them.
Having such an advantage, he's free to go as however he wants on the map. So wherever you go, you're gonna have 5 people.
Yeah, just ward.
You, so that's one scary thought, I have to be honest. We have to see right now who.
Oh yeah, true.
Both these bot lanes are sitting in the mid lane.
I forgot that, like, yeah, things weren't... Okay. I mean, Clarity really need to get this Mountain Drake, but on the up... Ooh. Flash Wukong engage? Okay, here's the Ornn ult. Ornn ult coming! Oh, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. Never mind, I take that back. I think I got that backwards pretty well. Yeah, on the upside to Clarity not getting any of the early Drakes is if they... Why is Vi That's not Vi from Arcane. I don't know what Vi that is, but it's not Vi from Arcane. But yeah, if Clarity can get 4 Mountain Drakes, it actually works out better for them because Mountain Drake is by far the best individual Drake in the game. Alright, see you later, Omega. Thanks for coming.
because of that last team fight. But yeah, that team fight all the way from the side of SG Clarity got a good first engage to kill off the Bowers, and then secondly,
Okay, let's look at the setup for Drake. Ornult's available, Wukong ult will be available. I think they have all the flashes except Renata on... Wait, is Renata ult down for Drake though? Because that's really... Oh, they shouldn't... Why are you doing this? Why are they Ornulting for 1 kill on a guy that can... maybe he can't get back for Drake. Maybe he can't get back for Drake, but... now they have no Ornult on Drake. The bigger thing for me than the mid prio is they don't have Ornult for Drake. But yeah, if Kate pushes in mid and then sets up traps preemptively, that's really good as well. Jesus Christ, sorry. Not allowed to finish my sentence. Because if Kate is already... If they're already there, yeah, you can't walk into them, especially without the Ornult. You can't walk... Like, maybe with Ornult you can... Yeah, exactly. So now they want to stall for, like... Oh, Vile. Who did Vi just... Vi just ulted someone. Why are we not watching this? Observers, hello? Syndra's dead, bro. What happened? Why is Syndra dead?
good justice punch coming out from Vi, allowing her to get herself the kill in the mid lane, get herself as well the dragon.
I was checking ultimate timers and I saw Vile go on cooldown and I was like, what's happening? I was looking at how long till Ornult comes back up.
He's the tower right now, but he knows if he if he dies again, his tower's going to be going down himself, getting himself to lose even more and get himself further behind.
You're crying? At least Caitlyn's going rapid fire for you. Does that make you happy? Your favourite item? Rapid fire Caitlyn. Woo! I'm not gonna lie, the only champs I actually like rapid fire on are Jhin and Lucian, but only when Lucian has Nami.
It is only 4K, and we have
Outside of that, I just don't like rapid fire at all.
so it is a good to say the least. There's quite a bit of damage is coming out from Syndra.
I think she basically is
And Jhin is just because he is literally a utility champion.
has the Syndra ultimate, but look at this. Activates his trap card. Has the same one as the Silas. With Fozz Mania getting caught off right there over the bot side.
Bye, Fozz.
Down, but probably gives the Baron to SG Clarity. There's only the Yorick now.
Oh.
Closer, trying to defend this.
Things are coming out. They are trying to look for a fight here.
Okay, 3 people.
Yeah, the rapid fire here is basically just a Poundland
Trying to abandon
Phantom Dancer, right?
Big actually dodging with his sixth sense. That knocked up.
eBay Phantom Dancer.
Passes that up. The gods come through over the top side. Really got 3 knockups with the Ornn flashing inside over the back line. Lonely Silk grabs on kill. The Cyclone comes off, gets 1 knockup, gets 2, and 1 bomb.
Okay, I think they're gonna lose, you know?
Clean up the place over the top side and quickly turn their attention to the back.
They're playing so bad this game.
Change the tide of that fight. Wukong guys
They're just all over the place.
kill to the Caitlyn, then having the Syndra stun straight away afterwards into the Cyclone as well. There's just nothing the back line of SG Clarity can do.
I think they're at a draft disadvantage, but given how big the gap in play was the past 2 games, I didn't think it would matter. But...
Not is going to be a Baron taken out by Kiki's delivery service. The respawn timers are just long enough to not let them contest and come back. That's one chain of corruption being used, threatening the kill onto Slowbig, but there's still 5 Baron buffs.
Talking about Baron,
The one thing Clarity have going for them is that the Baron will expire before the Dragon comes up.
no congratulations to Kiki's delivery service for finally having a gold lead.
It's only a 100 gold lead, but it's still
Like, why are they taking that? The Varus ult missed and they still lost that hard, you know? It's a 5v4.
Actually want more people than the rest. The Yorick
Why are we fighting?
top side, I still think he can probably lose to the Ornn as he's so strong right now, but the mid lane is yet another story with Fozz taking a whole lot of damage on that Silas, forcing them off. It's gonna be Kiki's delivery service pushing even more.
You asked for me to tell you where they should go. Apparently mid lane. If you're going to be getting picks like that in the mid lane, there is no reason not to be doing it again. So much damage off onto the Silas and Thresh. Now both of them have to reset, so you just get a free way to the mid lane tower. But remember, this fight is on the side, is not on a ward. Same with the Silas. If they onto the back line, they could turn it all around, especially with the on horn.
Oh no, don't do it, don't do it. No, what are you doing? What are they doing? Vi, what are you doing, bro? What are they doing? What are they doing?
Look at the hostile takeover, getting 3 people. The same trap card being used by the Silas. Gets the other one onto the backside. Lonely Seal gets the cyclone off.
Silas picking to Syndra seems really disrespectful. No, I think it's fine. It's not particularly, like, it's not a matchup where she just dicks on him or anything. They picked Silas because they went Varus Renata. It's pretty good ults for him. I think Silas is not the problem at all. Vi is definitely a problem. I think Thresh was a problem here as well. Thresh just doesn't do anything. They could have Morgana, they could have Lux, they could have, like... They could have Bard. Bard would be pretty sick.
His cyclones have been just something out of his way. Every single time he comes...
But for some reason, they're always playing Caitlyn Thresh.
Let's see back again in the replay.
They don't...
Fight initially,
Like, what are they doing?
you have a pretty nice combo on that Varus with Catcopat being taken out so early into the fight. But look at this. The Wukong quickly comes in just a split second as a hostile takeover gets one cycle onto the Ornn. And you can't go to the Varus. It's just 3 people with 2 protecting the Varus. You can't do anything about it.
Replays may be interesting, but a fight in the moment is even more...
Comfortability is the only explanation. Because it makes no sense otherwise. That's the ruler angle. Guys, it's ruler. It's ruler. He's just chilling in mid on his own for no reason. It's ruler.
You just left it out. You just leave Dragon, just abandon ship, and never look back.
I couldn't agree with you more now. I believe that they should not be going for this fight. Just allow the Yorick to do its thing. A little bit of protection there.
Now red team fight 5v4, right?
Because you can already tell. Ornn is running there. Thresh is running there.
What is this game?
And they going to try and get the Yorick out, or they just going to leave him?
The Varus is not up there. The gods come through over the bot side this time. The hook doesn't land, but it's just gonna be speed pick, the sacrificial lamb in the end.
See, okay, here's something that really annoys me as well. They collapse on Yorick, right? That Yorick's dead no matter what. The other 3 just stand there and watch instead of doing something else. You could do literally anything else, because the entire enemy team is in bot lane. So just do something. But instead, they just sort of sit there watching Yorick die.
Nobody else on the map to contest it. Whenever the team is having a bit of a lead, you have more tempo.
If Clarity get Mountain Soul here, I don't think they can lose. 4 Mountain Drakes on Silas Ornn, like, and Thresh, like multiplying Thresh Souls, that's so much armor. Who kills them? Especially with Syndra building so... Syndra's building like a bit of a soy boy, I guess, is how I would describe it. There's no Giga Chad in those items.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree with you more there. Now that the game has slowed down a little bit, there's only about 1.5k in it. So, you know, maybe BF saw between both of these teams spread across 5 players really isn't too much on either side. So it's all going to come down to the next couple fights on who's going to win this day. This is the first game where Kiki's delivery service is showing up, but they can lose it. Next, the main objective coming up will be the Baron in around about a minute or so. So again, vision is so important, because if they want these Cyclones onto the back line, they don't have the correct vision, it will get spotted out and won't be able to do anything.
Probably not going to see any objective for a fair amount of time. It's 30 seconds for the Baron, with Lonely Seal maybe getting caught off. No, the copy.
Oh, for T2 turret with Syndra TP. You probably could, you know. You mean when they all went for Yorick? She probably could. I think that's worth.
With him being able to 1v1 the Ornn at this point.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I mean, it's better than doing nothing. Whether it's worth the TP or not, it's better than what they did do. Yeah. In fact, the worst thing, they walked close enough to him to disable his hull breaker as well. So they actually made him die more.
TP's up for both top laners. So one decides to come, the other can quickly follow. Important thing, the flash is not up for Catcopat.
Yorick has TP, so he can join. So does Ornn. Ornn should already be TP. Okay, yeah, Ornn's TPing.
Well, that's one TP from the Ornn behind. And I think they really need to abandon this, but the Renata doesn't have any sort of dash to run away from me. The gods get called, and they call them.
Just kill that Renata. Just kill that bitch. Okay, nice. I think you just focus Yorick now, because he doesn't have resist. His hull breaker's down. Oh my god, they got slammed. Why do... Perks, do you want to talk about that cleanse? What do you think? You want to talk about the cleanse, or any cleanse talkers?
Lonely Seal heard the criticism we gave him last game, saying that Hatun has his number. But this game,
I just leave. Oh, we get a replay of the cleanse. The thing is, Kate played the whole fight pretty well until then.
and then afterwards he sees that Caitlyn just deals way too much damage. Beautiful damage coming out from the side. Then the flash on top of the
Oh, that cleanses. There's nothing the Kate can do, the caster said. There is nothing the Kate can do. No, no, bro. There's nothing the Kate can do.
It was clear that this Varus and Syndra combo were positioned well enough to just not die to Hatune diving onto them. He was completely alone with the Varus.
Please don't die 30 seconds before Dragon. Or a ward that doesn't matter.
And Speedbig, actually, even though he's a split push champion,
Like, that ward they swept denies them vision of knowing that blue team are going for Dragon. As if Red couldn't assume that blue team were going for Dragon. Who would have known, bro?
So if she oversteps slightly, she is done for. Her team is not there in time, I don't think.
Syndra is that... Why is it that every Drake someone on Red does this in mid lane?
4v5 immediately, the hostile takeover comes through, gets 3 people. That's the perfect formula for success, but not this dummy that worked so many times.
Someone on blue just dies in mid.
When your main damage dealer
Every Drake.
is not up,
Not on blue, on red.
it's gonna be an SG Clarity sweep. The Baron is up.
Clarity are getting so strong in terms of just resistances. And ordinarily I wouldn't like the Zhonyas on Silas. But now the Zhonyas give so much armor with 3 Mountain Drakes. When I see Goldgraph after game, yeah, just he's like a trampoline, bro.
Joik was even joining the fight, but it just wasn't good enough.
Goldgraph looking like bedtime activity.
But now it's looking like the hand is in the other person's court.
4K, 3K close. It's fishing for it, but I think it's gonna abandon it. Yes. So right now, we gotta enter a phase of the game where Kiki's delivery service needs to wait. They need to wait for the Baron buff to run off, clear up waves,
Nope.
get some scaling on you. I think that's your only chance. If this Wukong especially just dives alone.
Okay, so now Clarity get a good amount of time. It's actually a really beneficial pause for Clarity. This pause is so good for Clarity because none of them are doing anything. They've just got Baron and now they get to just sit there and talk about what they're going to do with this Baron. I think they should just go for both side lane T2s, open up the side lanes and make it even more difficult. Like once Silas TP and Ornn TP come in to contest Drake's ult in 5 minutes. Just get it so you can push those side lanes really deep and clear vision. Especially bot lane T2. Like bot lane T2 would be massive if they can get it. Mid lane T2 is pretty good too, but it's harder to get because everyone's just going to be able to rotate into it and defend it. Although they do have Caitlyn Siege, so I think they can probably just get all the T2s now. Just run around the map, taking T2s, getting yourself some more money, opening the map up, and then take Drake's ult and then win the game. That's what I would be talking about if I was Clarity in the pause menu right now.
Yeah, but we'll have to see if they are going to be able because Kiki's delivery service, when they get the correct are
Looks would have been so nice. Yeah, for sure. Even Morgana. I would like Morgana. Like, the pick potential. Morg has more pick potential than Thresh does here. The Thresh hook, like, a Thresh hook is not as good as a Morg binding in this game. And it's not as reliable either. And the lane is better. And it blocks Syndra stun and Varus ult and Wukong ult.
everything that's happened before this game does not matter. And on top of this,
And also, this is like a really small thing. It stops Renata ult as well. But this is a really small thing, but when Wukong's going for his engage, if Morgana ults, then when he clones, you can still see him. Because he's got the Morg ult tether on him.
Also reached the
Really, really tiny interaction that you would never pick a champion for, but it's really nice to have.
probably the strongest one of them and the coolest one being the Jaksha. I think that's such a cool name. But anyway, the late game is up for SG Clarity. They have the Ornn, they have the Caitlyn, they have so many tools to respond now. So far,
Yeah, Thresh has, I mean, they picked Thresh twice, so. The absolutely halal guy, they normally play Kai'Sa Nautilus, Fozz's bot lane. So I guess he's like a hook.
he needs to be
A hooker. He's a hooker.
bad for victory, I feel like somehow.
Their support is just a hooker.
Flash in just pretty small time right now. Waiting maybe for another engage, but no flash on
Imagine I get banned for that.
flash on the Yorick. Probably just gonna be a more
This streamer called my support a hooker. Ah.
with you more. And with, you know, the beautiful thing of watching games using the League of Legends client, there is a little bit of a glitch where it does pause it for just a second. So we love League of Legends, don't we?
Yeah, we love it. But I think this gives us enough.
Yo, Varus, when I said to freeze the minion wave, that's not what I meant.
Right, script.
Guy just crashed the game.
I mean, I think it's like not really showing up, you know. I mean,
Shush. Like, we'll say the script when the script happens. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But
At least Varus built on hit this game
over to that level
instead of poke.
There's so many characters who are so close to reaching that 16, but just haven't got there just yet. For example, we have the Silas, we have the Wukong, and then we have the Varus as well. So next fight, hopefully all of them will be at their strongest capability. As Yorick is looking
Get out of there, Fozz. He's coming for you.
decided not to.
as a whole breaker, he could easily take that one off, but mid lane is quite another story.
I still don't understand why people like Vi. I guess the thing is, the Vi ults that have worked are when someone's just caught out in mid on their own. But I get, like, it looks good into really obvious misplays, but if you just play
down there in the
not overextending randomly, it never does anything.
goes the Kiki's delivery service in the response for one on over the top side.
Yeah, so this is pretty good from the side of SG Cloud because they're able to use their Baron minions into the top lane and they aren't responding to it. Take a look where Varus is. Varus has just decided, no, we do not want to stop this, and he finally realizes and
Radiant Vi.
they get a full tower with 3
Oh, yeah, the tank item? I mean, I guess.
on this Wukong. Wukong wants to, he can get onto the back line.
Slope in, gets hostile taker, wants 2 people, would actually gets 1 kill out of Fozz, Maniac headshotted to death.
Okay, Fozz is dead.
Over the backside, gets the second one, but Alvan's Pro
Fozz is dead.
I think is just gonna be able to grab that shutdown in the
I mean, this is game, right? You just end. You just end immediately. But yeah, back on Radiant Vi perks, I think I would rather just have Radiant Sedge or Radiant anything, you know? I feel like Vi is so reliant on the enemy making mistakes. So like the higher skill the game becomes, the worse Vi gets. Which is why I really hated seeing Vi at Worlds. Radiant Mundo. Yeah, I think Radiant is better than Heartsteel on Mundo. For sure. Radiant's definitely better than Heartsteel.
Fight coming out from that Caitlyn. We didn't talk about
The appeal is you have a jungler that can be relevant the whole game. Yeah, I kind of see that, but again, I think Sedge is just a better version. And she can flex into top, so she's easier to draft. And she gives you better draft options. Or like Maokai. Radiant Maokai. Sounds great.
Is the one time that the Caitlyn carries the fight. She still gives that 1,000 gold shutdown to the Yorick, but in the end, would you even say that it was a Kiki delivery service victory? They won inhibitor down. The Baron is not up. The Dragon is not up at the moment. The dragon is just going to be up in 1 minute now. So the
Look.
thought of 4 mountain drakes on and on is going to be scary. But
Let's
it's
take
still
a
not
look
a
at
No, it's a replay. I got confused. I was like, why is Fozz dead again? Like, why is this guy just griefing? But it's a replay.
Just able to do as much damage as she wants to. And when you have 4.5 items, of course you are going to start dealing damage. And then with an ultimate later, there's
Oh, my face hurts.
I guess in the end they didn't really expect the Yorick damage. That was a big factor. I wouldn't have expected that Yorick damage, to be honest, especially against two people. But still, now the important thing, the posture towards the bot side river, towards the bot
take a
side
look at
dragon.
Silas. Silas is a little bit.
All Fozz has got. Ooh, that ball tickled him. He got tickled by balls.
ADC, it could cause disaster for the
My man had a little bit of the ball tickles.
Down, but
Little teeny bit.
Drake coming in the mid lane, they quickly need to respond to that and then go back to the Drake.
I mean, the setup is so good for Clarity right now. Just get your traps down. Don't let them walk in. Take the dragon. Win the game. Easy. Freest win I've ever seen.
Mountain Drake being nabbed, the chokes are
Fuck, they get 4-man syndrome stunned, bro. How do you let that happen? Stop walking into chokes, man.
eyes on Catcopat getting
I think they still win. Oh, Renata ult completely missed. They do still win.
again with Hatton
Renata somehow missed an ult on a Drake fight. I don't know how you miss an ult on a Drake fight, but she did it. But oh my god, there's just no need to walk into that choke and get Syndra stunned.
think they just needed to
So I swear sometimes it looks like they're trying to lose, but they win. GG, 3-0. 3-0.
defend now with a huge weight up the top side. It's a TP in the mid lane, and I think this is gonna be the one that puts an end to the game.
Yeah, I don't think they should be able to finish off. They are certainly much closer to doing it.
Easy 3-0.
Themselves have got the mountain soul.
Okay, that fight was like 800, bro. It's like 800 more than she needed.
Try hard, but when your whole entire game is on a full tank order, which has been ahead the whole entire game, there's not much you can do.
Yeah.
And even with this Wukong, he
Well, the thing is, right, it's like the Kate traps a lot of the time are like, you know, when you lane with Blitzcrank, and it's often better if he doesn't press hook because just the threat of it existing is like more important. Like, what? As soon as it's gone, they fuck you. Just the Kate traps being there make it so difficult.
Try and steal this Baron. The traps are
Kate's just killing the Baron from over the wall.
in case he's in danger. It's a unit of 5 people from Kiki's delivery service now moving together, trying to do something around the map with these respawns.
You literally just 5-man bot now. Like, you can't lose. You just 5-man bot and siege.
now all the old items have finally been achieved.
Yorick, just ignore that guy. Why are they pushing mid? Go bot. 5 of you. Now. Move. Go. Bot. Do it. Now. No. Not bit. I mean, maybe Fozz needs to shop, but you should have shopped before. Why are you mid?
Remember with these teams,
Go bot. Please. End it. End my suffering.
able to one-shot her, they are definitely going to go the way of SG Clarity.
They wonder right now. They're trying to open a path up the top side. Just small pockets of vision needed. Maybe get a hold of that side of the map. The mid lane. Just gonna be trying to clear with Chasuchina and Catcopat bot side.
Okay. Is it the 5-man bot? Are they doing it? Are we 5 botting?
The Yorick
Let's go.
I think that's the only chance you have to actually come back into the game. If maybe this Yorick reaches the base.
They need to withstand an on-horn.
Thresh Thornmail, by the way. I don't like it. I feel like Redemption is so good.
To ruin all their plans, Chasuchina getting taken.
Redemption's just one of the best items in the game. There you go. They go 5-man bot, they immediately win the game. Crazy. Who would have known, honestly? Who could have seen that one coming?
Push the base, they push the Nexus, only 2 guys standing, only the Yorick trying to
Get him, Kate.
close inside the base. Even gives a shutdown to the end as the champion
Alright, good guy Fozz giving us a quick 3-0 so that I can go back to being sick and not streaming anymore.
now stomp domination. SG Clarity get crowned as the champion of Division 2 Kobolds League.
Whoa. Do they do interviews? Wait, how do I...
How dare we put both of these teams in the same category? SG Clarity, with dominated fashion, clearly showed that they are the best team of Division 2. Both of them weren't in the same group, so we'll never know how that would have ended. But today, SG Clarity have shown they have done it. Now, Tautu, Hatuna, Fozz Maniac, Alphonse Pro, absolutely halal. What an incredible journey you have had. Not losing a single series against anyone. What a way to play League of Legends.
I'm truly out of words, to be honest. I didn't really expect it in the beginning. A 3-0.
You think they'll interview Fozz? What do you think?
SG Clarity to end up Division 2 against Kiki's Delivery Service, the team that had the highest of spirits, that they would not surrender in the face of adversity. But in the end, I guess gods don't compare themselves with humans.
Yep, I could completely agree with you there.
I have no idea what the casters are banging on about, honestly.
We're not talking
They're just saying words.
game, and then we'll talk about the overall games.
Sure.
Who'd you give your MVP to?
This game in particular, I would give it to Alphonse Pro. I mean, he's so consistent. The few times he died, he was just because the cyclone came off of him or a flash from Wukong, but otherwise he has perfect positioning. He knows when to do damage, where to do damage, and to whom. I think it was just perfect.
I would agree with it. However, I would like to give it Wukong being 8-0-8. It was an unlucky game to lose, but I believe that he really did try his best in that last game to get his team to win, even though they didn't.
No, I think we should give MVP to the Caitlyn for the cleanse.
That's truly the shining star for Kiki's delivery service in the last game. And after switching up a bit playstyles in the second game, going towards a more facilitating role, I think he was the main man for Kiki's delivery service. It's pretty sad that it didn't actually work out in the end. And I advise to everyone who's watching this to actually choose your MVP because your opinion is important. So in my opinion, for this game at least, it's going to be the Caitlyn, but for the overall series, I'm actually quite undecided about that. What's your opinion?
It's quite difficult because all players of the team did their job, and that is simple.
You screenshot this and send it to Fozz.
Did not die in their lane solo. They always did what the team needed. So it's really hard when it is a collective win for all of them. But I would have to say that Hatun clearly did shine the first 2 games that he...
Bro, jungler gets MVP every time, man. It's always jungler. It just looks like they're doing stuff because the role's broken and it does the most. I swear to God, every single time it's jungle MVP. Fucking Ning got MVP. Ning got MVP at Season 8 Worlds. Did they not see what the Shy was doing? Ning got MVP just because he's a jungler. It just happens all the time. Ah! I'm not frustrated at all. I'm not frustrated at all. It definitely did not happen to me when I was playing. I did not play out of my fucking mind and they give the MVP to my jungler every time.
Translate his advantage and he knows how to play the game. And even had some really fancy and shiny plays. So I'm thinking, in my opinion, it's going to be him.
Yep, well, it is not for us to decide because we're only 2 mere casters. It's not like I've seen every single game like you fans have. So if you do want to vote, we will give you a couple more minutes to do so. Remember, it will be on the Cobalt Wins channel in studio in MVP votes.
Mel, I said don't laugh at me.
For now, as we can see, Alphonse Pro is having the best of it, but we're going to find out who's actually the MVP after a small break. We're going to come back right at you. See you guys then.
What do you mean you had to? Also, use my YouTube chat. Don't DM me. What are you doing? Fucking idiot. I want them to do a winners interview with Fozz, but I think they're going to do it with like the jungler or the AD. The AD is fine. The AD played really well overall, except that like Caitlyn cleanse that was really weird. Mel loves you. Aw, Mel. Aw. That's so sweet. Let's go, Fozz! The AD's getting the interview? You know what? I'm happy with that. He played well. That one Caitlyn combo was really clean. Legit. Like... played with 200 MS? Jesus. You know in that last game when they tried to set up a gank on you like level 3 and you E'd out of the Syndra Stone and then you E2'd the Wukong E and cancelled him? That was clean as fuck. You were sliding and gliding, bro. Slide and glide. He didn't plan that. Wow. Yeah, you E-cancelled an invisible Wukong, so it's pretty nice. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna end stream now and just exist and be ill. So, Perks, if you're still here, I'll see you later. Thanks for popping in. I know Omega's already left. I think Brisker left. Who else was here? Oh, Sakura was here at one point. I think he left. But yeah, everyone that was here. Ah, Perks is here. See you later, man. Bye.